But also, they're keeping the Beastmaster alive. It's
Yep.
still the mid and the offlane. If they were to pick mid or offlane here, of course, then you are kind of showing your hand very quickly. Then now BB can understand, okay, I can counter it. So they are preserving the flexibility of the Beastmaster.
And they're taking away a potential counter to the egg from BB team, who could have looked towards picking that Troll on their last pick, or that Ursa.
I will say the stat that we saw from the Troll Warlord, that seems pretty scary for BB team as well. 100% win rate so far with 9 picks. That is quite the stat.
That's a pretty scary win rate,
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, if you're a BB team, you should look to address this hero. You could put Shaker mid. There are some hard counters that I don't know if they're really happy to play. There's Doom. It's like one of the best ones. You Doom him, obviously can't heal. It's hard to also buff up a hero who is Doom because he can't Satanic. Maybe they want to look for something else, a carry-to-carry matchup.
The problem with Doom, though, is the pacing of the game becomes very slow. It's the mid Shaker that needs to farm stacks. It's the Doom that needs to farm a Midas and then sell it and buy another item, sell it, you know? And then Beast is buying Helm of Dom. Haha, the map is mine, right? It's the pacing on BB needs to be respected. The damage they have, sure, they have a pick-off damage, but for big fight, it is a little worrying. But they do go for the Abaddon. I'm like, sure, it's there. You can frontline, you buy Radiance. Eventually, you'll be able to ignore the Troll, kind of soak up his damage, but still worried about the first kind of 20 minutes of the game. If the lanes are even, I'm expecting Nigma to control a lot of the pace in this game.
If we're saying that BB team doesn't have enough kite yet to deal with the Troll, why isn't the Wind Ranger shard or the Fisher, is that not enough?
It is. Not enough, but it's good building blocks to be able to kite him. But once Troll has a BKB, a blink, and he's targeting the hero he wants, there's no issue, right? It's early on, yeah, it can be annoying. Shaker walks over, fishes him in laning phase. Windrunner has Windrun, but in the wider game, you're expecting the Troll to have that kind of instant jump, instant kind of wow factor of the fight.
Okay.
I wanted to say about the Abaddon that I like that he addresses the issue of a hero that can just... That looks like a big win condition for Nigma's fights. There was really nothing before this, so you could just Aphotic Shield the Spirit, you hit the Supernova, and if they go on you because you're the one hero hitting it, you've got your borrowed time. You're fine there. Also, you're playing against Beastmaster, so you can be that save for your Earthshaker. If he's getting roared in these fights, you just Aphotic Shield him, you're removing another one of their fight conditions. So this Abaddon pick solved 2 issues that Nigma were creating in their team fights. The issue of the roar and the issue of the egg.
I really want to see Nigma pick up Death Prophet. Because as much as like we're seeing like Abaddon can do this to Phoenix and shake it, sure. If you get more tempo, more pressure to just break the map, we've seen Sumo play it already. It's a good matchup against the Shaker. I think just have an element of go from Sumo, and this game can be, yeah, Nigmas to throw, I guess.
I think also for sure with them banning with them banning Weaver, it means that Beast is going into the offlane and not into the mid lane. I don't really see otherwise why you would want to ban this hero unless you want to keep up your own options. So it should be the Sumail here we're looking at. Maybe it is the Death Prophet that you mentioned. It at least would... It's nice if you're Phoenix also if you have a dude that's going in with your Sunray so you don't only play on Egg.
And with the Gyro and the Weaver ban, they're expecting Abba to obviously be the offlaner with a new carry being picked up for Pure.
I mean, BB team, you want... If... I don't know if... I guess Abba could... It could be the offlaner, but...
Well, they don't really have many seconds left in their bonus time.
Dawnbreaker is available, which could do enough to mitigate the early pressure of Nigma. You survive the odd fight or two, you Solar Guardian, then you reset. Suddenly, Abba's come online, but instead, a lone Druid.
I feel like that's a page out of Nigma Galaxy's book.
They have
Oh, it
stolen
really is.
Yep.
100% win rate so far as well this tournament, and I know that in fact at least one of them was in the hands of Ghost.
I mean, Pure was playing this hero last TI as well.
Yep.
Like, they do look for games of their own where they can be that lone druid, but what I like that this lone druid is providing is that it's giving them tempo and a way to overrun Nigma, because sure, we talk about what happens when they group up together, but there's going to be a period of the game where Troll is just farming with his Battle Fury. He's not going to be fighting early, especially when there's like an Abaddon to counter the roar. What's the win condition there? So while he's farming, while that Beastmaster is like taking over a side of the map, if your lone druid gets a couple of items, you just play behind him, you can take everything from Nigma
I
here.
could see the DP that you mentioned. I could even see an Invoker, something that helps you deal with the lone druid in like some shape or form. I would not mind it.
There's that Invoker. Is Invoker for everyone now Helm of the Dominator Invoker?
Yeah,
For
it is.
Sumail
You go
included.
the Helm of Dom into drums, you're really strong together. You have so much Zoo already that's just like swarming the opponent. Lone Druid is not that good against it. He's gonna need a couple of items. But I mean, I don't know if I like or dislike that BB team took like maybe more what like Nigma, you know, used against him to beat them. But I agree with Effie, and I just remember that he did play it a lot last year. And he plays it really well.
Yeah, this is one of his heroes.
Yeah, you need a hero to play around. That's critical. A lot of their heroes are quite static. Lone Druid, he is the focal point. So for Nigma, you know that as well. If you can shut down the Lone Druid, a lot of their early kind of pressure comes from him. So I think I am expecting to see Nigma maybe rotate early onto him, try and stop Pure from having a good time in the early game, because a Lone Druid uncontested, we've seen what Ghost can do, but also a Troll uncontested, we see what he can do. And I think I prefer the Troll overall, personally.
I mean, it's a 100% win rate. How can you go against it?
It has a 100% win rate, being picked like on 18 to close it out or on 24. I don't think we've seen it picked up this early. And this Lone Druid, when he gets the BKB on his bear, and in the scenario where BB team win their lanes, and an early BKB on this bear, who's killing him? Who's fighting him? I don't see any heroes on Nigma being able to play into that timing in particular.
So we're putting a little bit extra pressure on the laning stage, especially for Nigma Galaxy to go well.
They really need it to, because if their lanes go poorly in any capacity, they could lose this game very quickly.
Lone Druid with like Aghanim's BKB and the toxic kind of rat situation can 1v9 this game. Like Effie's mentioning, like you have to roar it, you need the troll to be there. So like don't let Lone Druid get that much farm, but find the sweet spot to try and punish him like earlier. But
I have faith in Nigma.
You have
Galaxy.
faith?
I think this last pick Invoker, you get all this zoo, you have your Beastmaster, you go forward. You have your Ghost Troll with some Sunray and Egg and Alacrity. He's gonna make quick food of BB team.
And that's why you put BB on your fantasy.
Exactly.
There we go.
Game 1, Nigma, and then come back.
I see.
I mean, so far both of these teams, they do like the comeback regardless. You know, we have had some long back and forth games, so I hope we're gonna get one of those as well in our first game. Before we head to that game, though, it's time to look at our fan favorite. It's Karaoke standing by with Slacks.
Absolutely. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We have Karaoke here on the stage for a quick interview. Gotta love that crowd, my man. They are here for you. All right. Now, you guys, woo! Thank you, crowd. Yes! Might not get to any questions here. We gotta wait for the 15-minute ovation, Ed. You guys are one of the best Bane teams out there, but you guys choose to ban it this time. Can you talk to me why that was so imperative for you guys to do, despite your 75% win rate with that hero?
We believe that they also really love the hero, so it's quite contested. And it's just an approach we took for now.
Understandable. All right. They are going to go ahead and sneak in that last pick of the Lone Druid. I know you guys know how to play that yourself. Are you nervous about that last pick?
We're actually aware that he practiced this hero on his Smurfs. My players met him in his pubs. I think he's going to play with the free items. I think, was it last year or 2 years ago, he played it pretty successfully. But let's see what happens.
All right. Who made that call for Invoker Sumail? Was that him? Was that you? How'd that come about?
We were discussing some heroes. I wanted the Invoker because I really love his Invoker. He's one of the best.
All right. My final one, of course, we do have you here in Germany. Would you have any words to say to this crowd, perhaps in German, to everybody out here cheering for you boys here today?
Leute, enjoy the show. Wir geben uns Mühe. Danke, dass ihr hier seid. Und let's go.
Let's go! Thank you so much, my friend. Let's head into game 1.
Half a decade in the making, Nigma Galaxy have finally made it to the International. The road to TI is long and treacherous, Avery, but it's the longest most for GH and Kuro.
Oh, it has been a long time in the making. I mean, I can go back 6 or 7 years to when I used to coach this kid. I thought he was going to be on top of the world forever. Now he's at TI trying to reprove himself, a very different situation. And to me, that is the story of this series. Two teams who need to prove that they belong in that podium finish, that they can go on a deep bracket run here. And it all starts game 1.
Sunstrike to start things off. Omar will take the first blood on Miro. Nigma start their TI debut over the last 5 years in a hot way.
These guys are going to be hungry this series. BB team need to be ready for some aggression, for some pace, probably some throws at some point. And then you need to make sure you close that out if you're either team in this series. We have seen both of these push games to the limit, and both of them have that game slip away. They have a lot of TI experience on both sides. Now's the time to put it to use. I really enjoyed these last 2 picks in the draft. Sumail Invoker, versus the pure Lone Druid. These are two players who, when you put them on this hero on a TI stage, they can absolutely just 1v5. We've seen the damage Sumail can inflict at TI. He is one of the greatest TI main stage killers in Dota history, and this is one of the ultimate late game heroes, and we saw what Pure can do on this Lone Druid when he had that Tundra run. He was the best Lone Druid player in the world at that time.
Despite all that TI experience, this team is coming into this matchup as underdogs, right? Matched up against BB Team, a team who has also been working year over year over year. Particularly the duo of Pure and GPK have been working together for quite some time. They have been hunting this Aegis for so long together, and while they have had success in various tournaments, they just always cannot seem to close it out when it comes to TI.
Whoa, who's the underdog here?
I think it's Nigma. Do you think otherwise?
I don't know about that. I have rated this team pretty highly all season, Austin. I think they are here to prove you wrong, but this is going to be a really tight match. As you said, I think both teams have a lot on the line, a lot of experience to go into it, and it's just about who brings more here today to try and push forward. Already, look at the way these lanes are shaping up. This Lone Druid is suffering on this lane early. That said, they can get aggressive on this lane, particularly those levels 3 through 5. You get the higher bear up, you can start to lay into noob. There's not a lot of sustain on this lane. I do think Nigma have answers for the Lone Druid in the mid game, particularly the Phoenix, the Beastmaster. If you want to just roar, go into him. Evoker Alacrity on Troll. Troll is a great hero versus the Lone Druid if he can just lay into the bear, take him out. I don't think this Lone Druid is a complete gotcha pick, but it could absolutely give BB Team a lot of tempo in this lineup. You combine it with the Abaddon, you start pushing down towers, you go high ground early in this game. We have not seen it a lot this TI, but it is absolutely in the cards here for BB Team if they can come out with a strong laning phase and gain a lead.
And what about our other side lane? Who do you give the advantage to in this matchup? Troll Phoenix versus the Wind Ranger Abaddon.
Troll Phoenix is a really strong lane. This is a lane that was run by China 2 or 3 years ago. They just spammed it. It's probably the best carry to get Phoenix through the laning phase. Nowadays, this hero is stronger, so the help goes a long way. But Save is he's a Wind Ranger master, man. He's probably the only guy at this tournament who's going to bust us out on the 4 position. I'm a big fan of this hero. Nobody, when you pick it, nobody on your team in a pub is a fan of you picking it. But once you perform, you know, you prove them wrong. This guy knows how to execute on this hero. He can do a lot in these team fights, particularly if you land those shackles. Can absolutely be one of the best stuns in the game. He has that kill shot to put through. Can be a really annoying spell for Troll. Keep that in mind, right? This is a hero that likes to get low, try and pop ult at some of these last minutes. You get kill shot down, you're just out of that fight completely. I think this off lane is pretty strong for BB Team. I think BB Team is going to pull ahead in these lanes over the 5 to 10 minute mark, even if some of the early waves are a little rough for them.
And they are already doing pretty well for themselves, particularly that mid matchup. GPK is taking that one heavily. 21-5 CS score. Sumail rivaling him in denies, but a little bit behind in the CS. Another crash. Omar trying to go after the kill on a Pure before he himself dies. A scare back into the bear. They get the kill, and the Lone Druid does not go down. Now Katomi, he's going to take a lot of damage for this one. It's right. Pure, he didn't see that coming. Where was the communication?
Did not call it out, just stood in place. Sumail drives it home. Huge win for him off that mid lane because he was losing that lane slightly to GPK. Meanwhile, Miro did get the kill on Ghost top. That was a huge pickup for this dual off lane for BB Team. And this Abaddon is going to have a really strong laning phase out of the gate. I mean, it's a great Abaddon game. You're removing Phoenix debuffs, you're removing Invoker debuffs, an annoying hero to all in if you're Troll, at least in the early and the mid game. You give him this kind of laning phase, that's where that tempo is going to come from. Got to look for more Sunstrike kills if you are Nigma Galaxy.
Now, we heard some of the experts talk about GPK. For you, is he the mid laner of all mid laners when it comes to that first 5 to 10 minutes, you think? Oh, Miro. He's going to be run down here. They may have gotten that sneaky kill on Ghost earlier. Miro limping away, and they try and gift another Sunstrike over to Sumail. This one will not find its mark.
This is going to be a fast game because everybody wants some early kills to try and either build the tempo or dissuade it. Going for another bear kill would be super valuable if you get it here.
Level it up. but it's still a little bit exposed. Feed over a Lotus to make sure the bear stays alive, and they keep that bounty out of Noob's hands.
That's a huge bear kill. You got to remember, he died to Sunstrike, came back, insta resummon, so that's a 90-second cooldown on that bear if it goes down right now.
I mean, even if it doesn't die, if he's scared of losing the bear and can't use it to CS properly, that's gonna have its toll, right?
Oh, absolutely. You just want to keep the Lone Druid levels down. You want to make sure that the Disruptor has to sit here and babysit him more and more. You give Lone Druid solo XP, the hero absolutely runs away with it.
Katomi's making a break for that power rune, but is going to be shadowed by Omar, so we're going to see a clash here in 5 seconds over these power runes. Both mids moving over to the bottom lane, trying to threaten it. It is not going to spawn bottom, and that means GPK is going to be in some trouble here, and he is surrounded on both sides. He gets up to the high ground and will manage to get away.
No Sunstrike mana.
Yep,
all those thrown out earlier.
Not enough mana for it. It'll be quite a few more seconds till it's back up.
At least you take the rune away from GPK. That's a win in itself. We'll see Say take it up top. It was a regen. Would have been a really nice one for this Shaker, given all the attrition he's taken in the lane, but JH was up there, forced the issue. Now you're looking at those Wisdom Shrines. 7 minutes, fast approaching here. Man, Noob is starting to power up. I mean, this Beast he's got the best laning phases of everybody when it came down to it. Double bore up, going into the Dom. Miro suffering still at the hands of the Troll.
Yeah, unsurprising that Miro is not able to equalize that CS count. No way he can keep up with this Beastmaster. This matchup is just way too difficult. He can handle the Phoenix, but he can't handle the Troll on top of that.
I like Nigma Galaxy's draft this game.
Man.
I think they have a lot of potential to shut this bear down.
Good try. They threw up the scan to try and track that kill, but it would have been quite the miracle to land that one.
I mean, that would have been a beauty. Takes a few warm-up ones, you know.
That's true.
Sumeli's not been on the main stage for a little bit. You gotta give him a little time here.
Pushed out of position. Katomi still has Fence to be able to block himself. And Pure, little miss micro there. Resummons his bear, though. Not going to be punished.
Does create an opportunity, though. Like, every time you resummon this bear in the early laning phase, as we see those shrines split, if you're Nigma Galaxy, you're thinking, can we gank this guy? Can we kill him? Take him or the bear off the map for a long time and get the tower pressure with the Beastmaster. This is the biggest pressure point on the map right now. EB team need to think about support rotating through the gate, and in fact, Nigma Galaxy, they're bringing both through that gate. They're bringing GH and Ghost to the party.
Oh, this is gonna hurt real bad. If Pure dies here, loses another bear, it's on cooldown for 95 seconds. He cannot afford to go down here. He does have a 6. He pops a true form. Still going to be a lot of damage. They still might be able to overwhelm him. Get some help from GPK, but he's still slain. GPK takes out Noob while the trade out is there on Pure. Now trying to run down Omar as well. GPK will collect the extra kill on top of that. It's a 1-for-2 exchange. The bear is going to be on cooldown for a bit. Avery, is that worth a 1-for-2?
That feels a little underwhelming for what you wanted out of that gank. Particularly, you're bringing 4 heroes down there with the Beast timings. If he doesn't have 6 on Lone Druid, that is an easy gank into teamfight, into tower for Nigma Galaxy. That timing was perfect for Pure. Like you said, he's not going to have a bear, but look at the gold injection for this Earthshaker. GPK got massive. So much off that. Save got a lot off of that coming into the fight with the amp damage rune from top, and he's still got stacks to go back.
I was going to say, he's going to be huge if Nigma cannot contest this stack clear, which we've seen all tournament long. Like, how do you stop an Earthshaker from clearing out an Ancient stack? You get too close, then you might just die in the Echo Slam.
You have to just kill him before he goes and does the stack. Nigma do not have good stack contests this game either. Sumail, you're very far versus a Glimpse. Not enough heroes in the vicinity, though. Nigma Galaxy bringing the support. I mean, the Helms are going to start to add pressure to this map. You have Forge Spirits, you have the Invoker Helm, you have the Beast Boars, you have the Beast Helm. You have a Troll who can push a tower on his own. EB team are really going to be split trying to defend all of these tier 1s in the early game.
Yeah, this is a cool idea. Pressuring the mid lane because the Beastmaster puts enough pressure on bottom. Lone Druid feels like he can't be there, so support has to be there. That's going to be saved, so they outnumber the mid lane. And it also makes sure the Earthshaker can't clear that stack, right? You go and clear that stack, your mid tower is dead. That's the trade-off.
This is where the big pressure in the early game can come from. Don't group up, just pressure all 3 lanes at once, force this BB squad to split up. Their lineup does not have a lot of mobility in this early game. They don't have a lot of heroes that can stand on the lane against the Roar into the Sunstrike. We're already seeing it. Everybody got kicked out of bottom here. Noob is going to take this tier 1 for free. And that is going to open up the beast rotation into mid. That's your normal trajectory here. These are scary early game moves for BB team to respond to. And like you said, if you use Echo on the stack here, you're not going to have it for a tower defense.
Frankly, I think they had to do it. Because if the Beastmaster comes into mid, they take that mid tower, your jungle is completely open for the taking potentially. Kataomi is going to be in some trouble here. There goes that Echo Slam. Oh, look at that.
The Slugger hits.
All the hits from the Ancients go flying in. A Sunstrike barely off the mark. Misses out on the Wind Ranger. Not that he would have died. Kataomi hoping to pull another core out of position here as it glimpses up in 1 second, but too much pressure from these Helmadoms plus Forge Spirits.
Noob did not make that rotation mid. He kept pushing in bottom. Maybe the right call. That Shaker Echo was devastating there. He is so rich out of this early game. He's going to have to pull the next 10 minutes together for BB team as the Lone Druid tries to catch up.
And here comes that Blink Dagger rotation. They may not have the Echo Slam, but they can just bring Ghost down to half without much trouble and pull him back into the Static Storm for no chance at an ultimate.
Perfect usage of the first ult here from the Disruptor. I mean, this is going to be the best target for so much of this game until he has BKB online. You lock this Troll and Static Storm, easy pickings.
Now you use the Echo Slam, you show GPK top, 100% you're losing this mid tower. So Nigma Galaxy, you're still going to get something for it. And we can see it is reflected in the network chart. The pressure they're putting on these lanes, despite the stacks and everything that's going on, they still have a bit of an advantage.
This game is so even. They are within 2 XP of each other. Coming into this 12-minute mark, these Wisdom Shrines are going to mean a lot. I mean, I don't think I've seen a closer experience gain in the early game. Just brawling it out. Pure trying to lend a little help to control this mid lane against some of the summons. Not the most efficient use of his time, but he's scared to go and show against this Beastmaster. You get roared from the tree line into Sunstrike, you're just dead. His reactions with the ulti this game are going to have to be on point as we go later and later.
I think one thing I'm concerned about for Nigma is you go this Helmadom and you have the Beastmaster. You have really good ways to pressure towers. You want to get these early towers, but we've seen the way that these heroes, particularly Earthshaker, he gets his shard, and it feels impossible to push into him just because every single time he just from a distance, Fissure, pops Enchant Totem, the Aftershock plus the Fissure damage just takes out the whole wave.
You also have to be scared about grouping into a fight with all these summons against Echo. There's a lot of destruction that can happen here. I mean, this is the biggest target priority for Nigma Galaxy in this game. You're worried about the Lone Druid scale, but you shut him down here. It's the Shaker that's the real problem. Miro freeing up this top tower is going to give a lot of space to Pure if he can eventually rotate up there. But here's the smoke coming through. Again, start to make space. Look for big core target takedowns. You're looking for the Beastmaster. You're looking for the Invoker. You want to relieve the pressure in your jungle right now.
Oh, this is going to be awkward, though. Nigma Galaxy are wrapping into this area from behind. If they can just get a clean kill on the Beastmaster, that's fine. But Noob, look how safe he's playing it.
He's
playing behind this tree, on the high ground. They know he's here, but it's not going to be a fast kill. Not what they're looking for. They certainly have a glimpse available, but he gets off the roar first. Now they have to pull him back into the Static Storm, and he's certainly dead. But the rest of Nigma Galaxy is on their way. Can they get a good team fight out of this? Tornado's going to go down. Noob's not gone yet. They killed the Supernova. The Bear, it just cannot seem to find the kill, and they get a kill out of it without losing Noob.
A sick dead shot from Omar. Push that Shaker away, buys more time. Nigma Galaxy bailing their offlaner out. They are losing some damage on the mid tower, but the positioning from Noob was on point there. No easy Shaker blink. GPK's move gets shut down. That's what you're looking for. Little Helm cleanup. I mean, this was what I was talking about, the interactions. This Lone Druid pick, you are into some counters here, particularly that Phoenix. The attack speed slow is brutal to fight into. The Sunray on the high HP targets, also brutal.
Yeah, miss percentage is really bad for this Bear, right? Also the miss and the attack speed slow. I saw a couple times Pure just didn't get a hit in.
You're a bit concerned in terms of he likes to join these early fights. He likes to make his way into that 15-25 minute period and have impact. I just don't know if he can do it this game in terms of the matchups unless BB can find those supports early on.
And even if they can they end the game fast enough before the scale of Nigma starts getting out of control, right? It feels like they are squeezed on both sides. They have to hit this mid-game timing superbly.
I have some faith in Pure's super late game Lone Druid.
Okay.
This hero is terrifying late game. We see what Ghost can do with it.
Tornado catch and push him into the meteor.
The map
6
pressure.
to 5, and the pressure does continue with a pick off on a support. A little bit of damage on the tier 2. BB team trying really hard to keep control of these towers.
I'm surprised Pure has stayed on this part of the map for this long, because this is where Nigma are just putting all their forces. They're taking over this jungle. He's basically on the front line, but he can't ever get this bottom wave out. There's a lot of space up top. There's Ancients to clear. It's almost as if he wants to take the fights right now, but can't find a way to do it. Still a dead even game in terms of that experience. So he's at least finding the levels, but Ghost is out farming him right now. This troll has just been going ham with this Battle Fury. He's 2 levels ahead. He's already level 12. If he gets defensive items up in this game, you put Alacrity on him, he's going to be an absolute beast in the fight.
Trying to slow down Miro's push. See if Omar can get the deny here. Combined with GH, they do get it. Dead shot back, double hits from the supports, and a denied tower.
Nice little gold injection. I mean, Miro's done his job though, right? He had a tough lane, he got through it, got the kill on Ghost, took the 2 tier 1s. He's opened up the map for Pure.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he's even close to the Nigma cores, I mean, that says a lot about what he's managed to pull together after that rough laning phase.
But I will say, Nigma Galaxy defended against the early Shaker power pretty well here. We have not seen GPK find a substantial opening after he cleared that stack, got the big kill, got the Blink Dagger up. You got the 1 kill top, but that was it.
Yep.
The smoke failed bottom. He's kind of just been farming up. He's not getting what he wants out of this period when he's super strong right now.
In a way, it feels like these the pressure on all these towers makes it even harder, right? All these lanes are shoved in. How's your Shaker ever going to be out on the map finding this troll? Because he could be anywhere at this point.
He's also just not seeing heroes do it. Help of the Overlord, plus Invoker Dom, plus Forge Spirits, plus Boars. Dead Shot, Fire Spirits. There's a lot of ghost shove in this game. Kind of hard for GPK to find targets to jump and initiate on. Hard to find glimpse targets right now. And the mid lane has been a big issue. BB team have had struggles pushing this mid lane out.
Small opportunity, but not enough backup there. Spots the lone druid. Pure is able to back away safely.
If Nigma Galaxy gets to some BKBs, Mantle on the Troll, 1 or 2 defensive items, they are going to force Roshan in this game. And it's going to go down incredibly fast, and BB is going to be forced into a tough situation of fighting into that Supernova, fighting into the calling around a choke point. It's an incredible Roshan team, incredible Tormentor team. This is why you wanted to outpace them here. Early Diffusal on the Abaddon, and not a conventional item. He's looking to ramp his own damage and control in the fight.
But now he's in trouble. Nice use of the Hurricane. That extra bit of distance in the Echo Slam. It found Samael's Invoker. In trouble. Half HP, a power shot. That's not going to do it. Getting a bit of a helping hand from his supports. Oh, and the backside. Pure. He gets right on top of Samael with the bear, but he can't hit him right now. He's got to get it. Oh, he just follows him, gives him the vision from the power shot. And save, he don't miss. GH, he may have popped that Supernova, but he's come back in his second life. These are going to do him a bit of good. BB team, they rout Nigma Galaxy on this one.
GPK finally getting that connection he was looking for on the biggest target of that Invoker before the BKB comes out. And Pure lending a helping hand. Hey, I'll throw the bear in there, give you some vision, maybe some body blocks. You get the kill shot. Easy. I'm cleaning up Ancients the whole time. Extra levels coming in now for BB team. They should have a Vessel pretty soon on save as well. He got a lot out of that fight. Level 10.5. Quietly having himself a game here.
Certainly been BB team's MO. Save. He rocks kind of like the same 3 or 4 heroes when it comes to a tournament, and he has a tendency to be one of those supports that scales up into a real threat going into the mid to late game. And we'll see him do that with the Vessel. Certainly needed, because we saw that initiation on Samael. It was not a fast kill by any stretch of the imagination. With some of the stat buildup from Invoker, he is tanky, man. 1750 HP.
That said, if I'm BB team, I want to fight right now. Before the Invoker BKB comes out, before extra defensive items on the Troll come out, that's when this Vessel is going to give you the maximum value. They're smoking up, trying to do just that. Would love a big core kill off this smoke committal.
Backing up the Lone Druid as he pushes out top. Katomi and GPK barreling through this jungle area. Anything they pop in should be a glimpse kill. They run into Noob. He's so tanky. He is so tanky. He hasn't even popped the pipe yet. He's not going to go down easy. While the Disruptor on the front lines, that's going to be the easier pickup perhaps. Needs a little bit more damage. One more hit is all it should take, but can't quite find it. Meanwhile, Miro locked down, but he still has his ultimate. He's okay for now. They turn back, deal with the Granite Golem, and go back to Ghost, who still has his ultimate. He's okay for now, but as you said, the BKB timing for Nigma Galaxy is so crucial. They don't have to force this. They don't have to try and defend this Tormentor if they just want to wait for this extra 1,500 gold. But no, aggression. Name of the game for Nigma Galaxy. They re-smoke up. And Noob trying to give them the opening, trying to find something.
This could be a tough contest. Your Beastmaster's just so low. Doesn't have pipe for another 50
Omar, he's going to break. Pure's in this the jungle area, but he's already popped his true form. He's too tanky to get initiation on. Sumail goes in for the side. They find the Disruptor, and they do manage to bring him down. While Miro, he doesn't have his ultimate this time around. Popped that earlier. They're back to the Tormentor. There's nowhere to run to. They're cut into a corner. They just got to TP away and hope it works out for him. Miro trying to deny himself. He gets the deny.
But what about Pure?
A sick little play, but the carry, it's going to be both him and his little dog too. They both die.
Nigma Galaxy's attack points in that fight were so damn good. You had Sumail and Ghost flanking from the back, cleaning up the weak supports, threatening the Abaddon who didn't have ult. This bear ran into the Phoenix and the Beastmaster. This bear's just dying. He got no damage done in that fight. Quite literally, it says 0 for Pure.
Oh no.
That is brutal. Like,
that is brutal.
Not the carry player who is used to having 0 damage done. This bear just never gets an attack off. It's just struggling through the attack speed slows and whatever. I mean, he's obviously doing some damage here, so the game did not like
it's not
the bug damage, but
I love how aggressive Omar, he sees weakness, he just goes in. Finding that dead shot, catching Pure, because otherwise that would have been, okay, we got a Disruptor, a deny on the Abaddon. It would have been okay. They would have gotten Tormentor. That would have felt good, but catching Pure, mwah, that was great.
I think the first half of that was okay for BB. They're wearing through that. That Beastmaster, you run into him, he's so tanky. He had Granite Golem, he had Pipe, 2,500 HP.
Oh, trying to get the glimpse back. GH is too quick for now. Oh, and he gets over until the power shot, until GPK. There's just no way out for old GH.
And they're giving it to the bear. I think they are feeling how much Pure is struggling in this game. He's going to need as much as he can get here.
While Miro, he was left to fight for scraps and is still finding himself a bit more. He's going to work towards that Manta. Yeah, BB team, this seems pretty clear that their mid-game timing is just not going to hit.
No,
there's just no way they can end the game.
They're going to have to try and scale in this game right now. Which means
especially if Nigma Galaxy is strong enough to just do Roshan, which they won the last fight, and now they have BKBs. Now they're hitting their really strong timing. There's no way you could stop this.
Well, we talked about BB team's tempo, but this Nigma lineup can also very easily go high ground early here. That mid-game window with first or second Roshan, again, Alacrity Troll with Beastmaster Auras behind him, Forge Spirits, a lot of summons. As long as you don't give up a massive Echo Slam, these tier 2s and potential tier 3 sieges on the menu. Especially before Pure gets more items. Like, he's going Ags here. But you're going to need something to help you fight through the debuffs from the Phoenix going on to the Bear. That's his biggest problem right now.
And that's why he picked up the Shard, right? So he's got the Shard where Savage Roar, he now has a basic Dispel, but that'll help some, right? There's still going to be a growing miss percentage chance. There's still going to be maybe another Fire Spirits.
It does feel like this is a game you eventually need BKB on the Bear.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
But obviously that's a ways away. It's going to be a strong Aegis period for Nigma Galaxy. Up 6K. Looking to expand that lead. They would love to let Ghost take some tier 2s while they smoke and try and find something else on the map. I like that they're looking for that right now. Their catch is not the greatest, but they can absolutely run heroes down.
GPK spotted by the Fisher. Omar's going to find him, and he gets a dead shot in time. GPK trying to run it out. Noob, Primal Roar, not even required to collect the killing spree on GPK.
Amp damage Shaker taken off the map. Super valuable here. It's going to let you push the lanes a lot more aggressively. The summon shove continues to oppress the lanes for BB team. I just don't think I've seen this mid lane across the river. for Radiant here.
No, and it probably won't really change.
So
The foreseeable
that's
future.
your biggest point of information in Dota. And every time you can't get that out, the enemy can make better moves than you can. So we're looking for the solo pickup here.
Yeah, it just means you have to do stuff like this. Katomi kind of has to just run out there, push out a wave, because they're trying to buy time. But Nigma Galaxy, they've got a tight hold on this game. Not letting the lanes push out very far, not letting these Helma Dom creeps do too much, right? How many times has Ghost run into him, just cleaned one of them up?
They have double Solar Crest already up as well. Extra barriers to try and fight through here. I mean, Miro is gearing up to try and carry this game himself.
Yeah, with full out Manta.
I just don't know if that was the role they originally had intended for this hero in this lineup.
Best do something about
What do you think their intention was for this hero?
Basically back up the LD's timings.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you go full utility, but Diffusal Manta in this game, it's not giving you a huge amount of value because you're just not fighting with it as your other heroes are behind.
All right, now this will make things a little bit more annoying. Nigma Galaxy will have to deal with this bear that has an Aghanim Scepter. So it's going to be running around, it's going to be farming your side of the map, it's going to be cutting out these creep waves as well. You do not, we've seen this before, Avery, you don't want to have to go all the way back behind your tier 2 when you're winning the game to address some sort of split push rat problem.
And it is one of the minor weaknesses of this Nigma lineup is their heroes running across the map to try and catch something feels pretty bad. They rather just group up at this point behind the troll and push. The Invoker is the one catch, but this Bear Ags is already doing work. You're stealing Ancient stacks, you're killing couriers, you're cutting waves.
And also a lot of the Invokers catch. I mean, that Dispel might just allow him to wear through it real quick.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, you chase this bear, if you do end up catching it and bringing it down, he's just going to resummon it. You don't feel good about it unless you're getting more economy out of the map in the meantime.
Oh, but if they catch... Oh my god.
That is the...
What is this position?
Yeah, that's an interesting place to just park it.
Don't make a noise. Don't breathe. They were right behind you. Pure on the edge of the map. Does not get found by Nigma Galaxy.
I will say this Ghost Walk is also really slow. This isn't like the super fast Wex Ghost Walk where he's speeding around the map with bots or anything like that. So the Invoker's ability to chase this bear pretty limited. This bear's going to be able to do it at once here. This is an incredible farming rate. If you can continue to take map farm away from Nigma and cut waves, get a couple more couriers in there. Oh yeah, there's one.
It's a massacre out here.
It's just going ham. And there's the instant troll TP. Ghost is like, this is illegal. Someone has to put a stop to it.
I think the damage's already done. It's been like a minute and a half, 2 minutes of him splitting the map on you.
You can't chase it.
He's killed 3-4 couriers. He's taken out like 10 different waves.
Just stealing farm in front of you. Gotta go for the permanent.
He doesn't have the roar. It's on cooldown. He's actually got the bear.
Yep, there's one. And
one down, another to go.
Send it back out. You made them all go to the part of the map where you weren't. Now you're going to farm the rest of it. This is highway robbery right now. Okay, this was Nigma Galaxy's Aegis period.
Foregoing that they actually managed to find it, what happens if this keeps going on? Aren't you in a way forced to just barrel down high ground? Hope for the best? Katomi really wants to switch some show. Omar gets right in there just at the last half second. Takes away the Wisdom Shrine and claims the kill. Katomi tried his best, but Nigma Galaxy up in experience and up 8,000 net worth. Just the question is, how good are they at being able to close out the game? Here comes Ghost, and nice dead shot from across the way. Stops Miro. Miro will do his best to create as much time, hoping that a Manta will give him a little bit more. Nope, locked down by Ghost for too long.
Map is starting to shrink a little bit. Every pick off Nigma Galaxy get here is a huge amount of time to try and get the lanes out, deal with the bear pressure.
Oh, they found the bear noob setup trap, but he did not find it in reach of his roar.
I mean, he went early bots on this beast, probably just to deal with some of the pressure, still be able to join the team.
Yep.
That said, Nigma are still getting a lot of items on their cores here, particularly Ghost on this troll. It just hasn't been touched in so long, and you can absolutely just man fight the bear.
Yeah,
They're not afraid of this matchup, at least for the foreseeable future.
There's
really
not
looking...
this fear of going another 20 minutes,
no.
right?
Maybe 40. You know, 60-minute plus game, your Nigma Galaxy, anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a lone druid that could get 12 items to your 6.
If there is one team that knows how to deal with lone druid, it should be Nigma Galaxy.
It should be.
They have had or at least some of the greatest lone druid players of all time in that squad. AC next for Pure. Be a very nice power spike for him if he can get there.
Another smoke up. Nigma Galaxy, I'm surprised they're smoked where they are.
That's a long way to run.
Yeah, I mean, having that many heroes up to that side of the map, just all the way up there at the top, right? It's like,
it's also
if they don't find this bear, it's gonna feel really bad. But Pure is getting greedy. He wants the tier 2.
You should find it here.
And he doesn't have the roar again.
Is a 5-man smoke worth a bear when he has a resummon?
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, you have to roar it. You can't afford this chase to go on too long. He still gets the...
I mean, you'll take it, but it's a little awkward timing-wise, right? If this was when the Roche was spawning, which it could, it absolutely could line up here. But if you delay that smoke 30 seconds or a minute, and you clear out the map, you can just go straight into Roche if BB Team continue to dodge you.
What is BB Team doing, though? What is going on here? They're going for... They're going to try and sneak away a Tormentor?
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing.
That's a pretty cool play. I mean, that shows you what Tormentor is worth. If you're willing to invest that kind of time, that many heroes. Oh, no, Cataclysm! Save. He wasn't sure if that TP was going to get him out of there in time, but now he's just got to lead Nigma Galaxy. Ooh, that dead shot's so close. He gets through the gate, and he might be okay to make it back home safely.
I mean, you could see BB Team's idea, though. Like, they take this Tormentor, GPK, he's TPing out of there before that thing's even dead.
Yes.
He's like, good luck, team. I've seen this one before. I'm not getting stuck in this corner for a second time. They're in dodge mode right now, but they are recovering this net worth gap.
Yeah, taking away that Tormentor. I mean, it's not just a shard in their pocket, the extra gold. It's denying it from Nigma Galaxy, who clearly, I mean, they have full control of the map. They could have taken it as soon as it spawned. Miro sneaking by them again. Well spotted by Omar, but not in time.
So damn close. They did get a second Boots of Travel up on that Invoker, though, so double Boots of Travel for Nigma Galaxy. In theory, this is what you need to keep the lanes and then look for those catch kills around the map. And of course, Roche is up, so...
Yeah, and that is not an objective that BB Team could just sneak away under Nigma Galaxy's nose. This one is certainly going to be Ghosts.
Very difficult to contest, too. You're unlikely to find GH at the start of the fight, and if you don't, he's just a monster around that pit. Especially without any BKBs on your heroes, right? You have a BKB-less lineup. Very hard to man up into the Phoenix spells right now, and Nigma Galaxy know it.
Well, we're going to have one of the ultimate carries of Dota 2 with a Battle Fury, BKB, MKB, SNY, Aegis at 33 minutes, soon to be Satanic, so he's got 2 lives and potentially 3 if he could finish up this Satanic quick enough. Do you get a little bit scared about what this lone druid's doing to you? Do you just say, okay, they're not willing to fight us, let's try this high ground. Let's see what happens.
The difficulty with the high ground is you are going to get ratted. And this is a very high damage rat. I don't think you can.
You know Noob is willing to roar that bear to stop it. They brought 5 heroes back to kill that bear.
I mean, you see the lines instantly drawn. Okay, get out on the map. Killing this bear does give you a window where if you can make a fast play and engage in a fight or find the bear again,
yes,
it's unlikely Pure will play as risky with it. Or if you force the high ground, then the Lone Druid buyback is irrelevant if he only has the 1 summon. It does create small windows during this Aegis period to try and get something out of it here.
Which means BB Team may feel like that they have to be even more aggressive, and they're splitting. I can't believe this bear's just running through the middle of the map right now.
Yeah, he's playing a little reckless with it. They also just got Ags on the Disruptor, and we saw a Refresher on the Shaker. So the AoE teamfight control from BB Team is online. You cannot clump into this lineup.
Miro stuck. He goes to the TP, but spotted. Omar's just always there. This Muerta has worked out beautifully for Nigma Galaxy due to all the rat actions that's been happening. Miro, again, just trying to create as much time as possible. His team immediately pushing out mid, pushing out top, but his life is forfeit.
Let's see what Nigma do with this. 60 seconds, no abad, no buyback available.
And Bear, another Bear, not up for another 50 seconds. So you don't have that backup still.
You can just go down mid here. Maybe send someone back to defend. Try and gauge where BB are sending the defensive resources versus the offensive ones. But this is a scary high ground into Refresher, Shaker, Ag, Static Storm. There's a shard on this Wind Ranger as well. Look for that Gale Force that can drag you in. You can get fissure blocked.
There's the Echo. First one goes down, trying to get a quick kill and refresh, and they take out the Troll. That's the Aegis. A second life. And they do not go for the Static Storm play. I thought maybe that second life, Catalmi would try and get there. They try and get a glimpse back, and they do manage to get the Static Storm on him. No BKB. Can they burst him down fast enough, though? Half HP, gets out of the Static Storm, and free to use the BKB. Not required, though. The damage simply isn't there from the BB team. In fact, the Bear is the one to die here as it's dead shot back into Ghost.
That Crimson Guard off Noob blocked so much of the Bear damage.
Shackle shot goes down. Oh, and the push in on Ghost. That's a dangerous position, but he got off the BKB and he got off the ultimate. That second Bear is gone. He's going to be pulled into the base. Sane trying to be protected by the Euphonic Shield, but he cannot get away. Miro, he'll take some of the damage for now. A quick buyback out from the Wind Ranger as they need every bit they can to deal with the carry of Ghost. But Big Cataclysm comes in and wipes out Miro. Another man down. 4 left. Call it 3 with no Bear on the lone Druid. Nigma Galaxy have full control of this base for now.
How far will they push it? Satanic is flying in for Ghost right now. You get this on him, he heals up, put another Alacrity. You keep going here.
Power shot after 70. Power shot. Ghost, he'll out heal it. Satanic builds him back up the full. And now what do? No Echo Slam for 25. No Bear for 30.
Don't have the damage right now. Nigma Galaxy know it.
It's got to be a second lane of barracks. Seemingly nothing BB team can do to stop this.
You can block him off, you can pull him in, but you cannot bring this Troll down right now. Not with the auras he has behind him. GBK just getting hounded by Forge Spirits. A clean 2 lanes for Nigma Galaxy with that Aegis. Exactly what they wanted in that period. And this is where I go back to the itemization on the Lone Druid. It feels like you need BKB to get in there and do anything, but you need more damage as well. Now this Crimson Guard is a big problem for you.
Not to mention the mid and bottom lanes pushing in with your whole play for BB team has been doing this rat. Rat's going to be a whole lot less effective now. Octarine. Invoker, Samael is scaling up. He's level 20.
They still have so much in the tank. That's the scary part about this. You're going to need to land some big Static Storms or some massive Echo Slams. I mean, you can also argue that push kind of works because they have to commit so much to bring the Troll down the first time.
Yeah.
Right, that was the entirety of GBK's kit.
In which case, Nigma Galaxy, they should probably just chill out until there's another Roshan available.
Yeah, you can all in the Troll this game if it's just a straight up push and they have everything. Like, and you're not going to do that without 2 lives or some hard save. Doesn't exist right now.
In 3 minutes time, it means BB team will be forced to contest, right? Like, it feels like they cannot afford to give up another Aegis.
That is a must contest Roshan. You cannot give up the 3rd one this game. You just try and get as much on the Bear as you can. He does have MKB done. That helps a lot.
It does. Still no BKB, though, so he can still be locked down. Quick Savage Roar. Pushes Ghost away from his mark, but level 25 right around the corner for him.
I mean, you do have to be careful of a situation where they go in, start stunning a target while the Bear is in range to go and hit that target at the same time. Because this Bear will do a lot of burst damage.
Sure. I think that's why Nigma Galaxy have been so careful every single time they've brought multiple heroes when it comes to ganking that lone Druid Bear. Because so much of BB team is off map, they're saying, you know, maybe they're behind the Bear. Maybe this is a play.
There will be saves that come into this game for Nigma Galaxy, though. That is something to think about, particularly in Ags on GH down the road. He went an early Aether Lens on this Phoenix, not an item you usually get.
Sure.
But it helps him for the cast range to put debuffs on the bear, and if you eventually get to Ags, significant cast range on that save. You can pull people potentially out of Static Storm this game. So there's still some really solid scaling mechanics for Nigma Galaxy here. And of course, everything rides on this next Roshan. You get next Rosh here, you can put 2 lives on your troll, you're threatening the Megas, you're threatening that final push in the game. This bear just farms so fast. I mean, can you imagine if Pure did not have as slow a start as he did in this game?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's where credit is due to Omar and Noob, the fact that they won that laning phase so hard.
It's looking at Refresher.
I mean, is more bears better than one strong bear?
It is the age-old question. I mean, this is where you trust your instinct as a lone Druid player. Sumail gets caught.
And they caught Sumail! Sumail thought he was fishing for a bear kill. Instead, he is the fish. Victim of the bear and company.
That's a nice bait. I mean, that's like mentality, right? This bear has been hunted all game. If you're Nigma Galaxy, you're used to just being able to commit on it for free. There's no one around. Guess what? 4-man smoke going straight into you. Not a move Sumail was expecting. Lucky for Nigma Galaxy, this Rosh is not up yet. So you have a window to get this Invoker back on the battlefield before that objective is available.
Guess what's happening to Dire's bottom tower?
BB team behind yet another push, looking for another pickoff. I mean, they get another one that maybe they could actually get Roshan for themselves. It's going to be a medium respawn time.
Also keep in mind that Troll 25, available for Ghost, Battle Trance, Strong Dispel, super valuable in this game if you're trying to go in on him with stuns first.
Yes, because
not going to help you in the Static Storm, but can help you in a stun situation around the pit.
Right, which is where the Disruptor really needs Blink Dagger, because he can't just rely on the Earthshaker jumping in and chain stunning as he slowly walks in with his Arcane Boots to drop a static. He's got to be there instantly.
I mean, he's looking for it, but Kataomi is pivotal for BB's game plan. He needs to land a good Static Storm on one of these core targets between likely the Invoker and the Troll. The Troll, if you can grab him, because Ghost, he just bought out for Refresher. He is an absolute beast.
And he is kind of approaching peak.
Yeah, this is him. I mean, this is capped, basically. You get buyback. He doesn't have buyback right now, but BB team don't necessarily know that.
Yeah.
And if he gets BKB off before Static Storm hits, he's guaranteed 2 of them. He's guaranteed 2 ults. He's guaranteed 2 Satanics.
Well, is he guaranteed?
Well, yeah,
he doesn't have much mana to work with here. It's pretty much all of his ult. If he battle trances, refreshes battle trances, that really doesn't leave him much for any axes.
He is not the smartest hero we've ever seen.
No.
He'll figure it out.
Grand total 52 intelligence. Runs into Miro. GPK. Little Fisher goes out. And you know Ghost he's got his finger just hovered on either the BKB button or that battle trance. The glimpse, it made him skittish. He thought he was being pulled back into a Static Storm.
You can't blame him for that. I mean, if the Static Storm gets dropped there and you don't BKB, it can be the team fight over.
Yeah, this is going to be a game and position that you want to exercise some restraint, some caution, some discipline. You can't really afford any risks if you're Ghost right now. And so it all comes down to this Rosh. And it's a position that Nigma Galaxy, they have the advantage. Cataclysm scouting things out. They have the advantage, right? They have the outpost advantage. They have the net worth advantage. So they can play off of buybacks. But Roshan will switch over in a minute's time. So the clock...
It's not favorable for them right now.
Yeah, it's kind of against them.
And also, this bear is farming BKB. He's 1,000 away. Pure's going to buy out for it.
They give Refresher and BKB to Pure. That starts becoming a different ball game. The initiation coming up the side, though.
Oh, this is such a bold move.
It doesn't break.
I mean, the thing is, there's Aeon Discs. At least one on this Phoenix. There's Troll with that hard Dispel. You cannot jump the Shaker first. There's just no way it's going to work out for you.
So they back away.
Especially without the Disruptor Blink.
BB team There is still this mid lane that's pushing in. Top is also pushing in because the helm of the Overlord.
A little bit.
Yeah. So they've got to start showing some pieces around the map.
But again, farm for the bear right now. Nigma Galaxy just in a standoff.
Yeah, they're going to set up for top Roshan. So they won't have the outpost to play with, but they will have first movers advantage. They can maybe get some early wards down. They'll clear out the area of any wards thanks to the gem on Omar.
They would love to kill this bear up here.
Little high ground ward. Here comes the bear. Attempted kill. It's got the Outworld Staff. Savage Roar, 3 seconds. And Ghost is keeping his distance here. He's going to make sure that Savage Roar does not stop him from claiming this pickup.
So there's the first resummon. Pure does buy out here. No reason to keep that buyback when you're playing with the main hero back. And that is BKB for the bear. This is the biggest power spike for him in this game. You run this thing in, you BKB, it is going to do some serious damage.
Yeah, I think BB team is happy with the way this standoff is going currently. Nigma Galaxy are the ones who do need to kind of force things.
Might not be too happy about this.
Roshan roars. The bear will TP in. And it'll start checking out the pit. Santa Claus goes out. Maybe they'll just jump in. All in after Ghost. The Cataclysms are coming in, but Ghost is already gone. A quick buyback going to be used. It maybe costs them a bear. Yep, there goes the bear. It's a dead shot. Through the bear, hits 2 heroes. Nice shot from Omar, but it doesn't undo the damage that was done. Ghost, he lost his buyback, and now he desperately needs that Aegis.
Nigma are all in on this Roshan. Concerning fight for GBK though. Again, this is not an easy fight for the Shaker going into the calling.
They can't do anything about it, right? He's got BKB, he's got strong battle trance. They jump in with Echo Slam. They force the BKB, and the Aegis will be dropped. Ghost picks it up immediately. BB team, no, they just cannot contest here. They can play for the high ground, but they say, Nigma Galaxy, they use that buyback on the troll. It's not even guaranteed they're gonna do anything with this Aegis in the first place.
Not confident to go without Static Storm here. That's the biggest factor. But that means you're going to have to take this troll down at least once without it. I mean, this is Nigma's best chance to force that last lane. Do you have the confidence to go in without the troll buyback?
Well, I'll tell you right now, Nigma Galaxy fans, I know they don't have the confidence in it. Little Outworld Staff got out the BKB. He really wants to try and hold that refresher still. Oh, he actually already used the refresher. Just noticed that. So
that was his last bear for 40.
Yeah.
He loses it there. BKB forced. There's the Ags for the Phoenix.
Big pickup.
That's a big one here, especially when you have that Aether Lens.
I mean, with level 20, or I guess level 3 ultimate, 10 hits. What are the chances that BB team can deal with the egg?
0.
0?
There is almost no world in which this egg goes down in the middle of the fight. Just don't have the heroes to BKB and hit it through a lot of the disable.
Yeah.
He's also got Refresher Shard, so he's got 2 of those eggs that can come in and save. And he's got Aeon Disc on that Phoenix, so it's really difficult to jump GH first.
Sure.
This could be an incredibly pivotal item purchase. If you could bail the troll out.
Clicking through the trees, noob. Doesn't have a stun for it. The Hawk not acting fast enough.
I mean, I'm sure this is a phrase that a lot of Nigma Galaxy fans hate to hear, but I think you're supposed to go high ground here.
Just that phrase puts a little sickening feeling in my gut, Avery. Because a 3,000 net worth lead is all they are left with right now, and another pickoff has completely killed their net worth lead. A force staff back up to the high ground, and this is now approaching an even ball game.
Can't give up freebies like that. And you're right, the gold swing in the last 5 or so minutes here has been drastic. Not only that, but the buybacks available for BB team, they basically have them all. You go in a high ground situation, you're going against 10 lives, not 5. Potentially less because the bear has its own buyback situation, but...
And now, if you're Noob's Beastmaster, you start feeling really bad. I mean, your build was correct. You got this wonderful pipe that gave you so much of the early team fight, but if this game starts going another 10, 20 minutes... this Abaddon may actually start doing more than you in fights.
This is not the hard scaling Beastmaster build. You don't have the Refresher right now. Yeah, don't have that Ags. Can still absolutely find his mark, but I mean, you are just looking at this bare vacuum of the map. The net worth Pure is soaking in right now is insane. And this is where I go back to that Invoker versus the Lone Druid and the last picks in those drafts. 2 players on some ultimate late game heroes that they are specialists on. You have to be able to match it here.
Samael trying to stop this bear where it can. Pure almost has enough for Swift Blink for the bear, but the Nigma Galaxy, they're going to go and sneak a little high ground push here with the banner, and 1.5 minutes left on this Aegis. Now's the time. He said,
do or die.
Now's the time to go for that high ground. Nigma Galaxy, if they want it, they've got to do it the hard way. Pushed into BB Team's base, the tier 3 gone. The Fisher leads things off, Nullifier placed onto him, activates the Satanic. Just trying to stall, hoping that they can get through this minute, that the Aegis protects Ghost and be able to all-in him. A bear almost going down. Savage Roar pushes him away just in time before it falls. But that leaves Ghost. He just runs back up to the high ground. Here comes Cataclysm. Ooh, not that much damage. Oh, and he got Jesus. He's gone. And on the second life, here comes the Static Storm. Where's going to be the save? It's all DGH now, and he's got the Supernova save. He bails out his carry Ghost, and BB Team, now they're the ones on the run, as a fresh life Ghost will approach the stage with no Static Storm to stop him. Another ankle slam, almost the first damage, but he got up the battle trance. GPK, his Aeon Disc only protects him for so long. A refresh from Ghost. He's dealt with one. A Bamback's going to be used. Can he get off another battle trance? He's got one more to go. Another Supernova save, and no way to stop the egg. Megas inbound now, as on another life, they'll finish off the building. BB Team will have to play against Megas in game 1.
And if you get out without being glimpsed, that is an absolute win here. You got GPK's buyback, you got Megas, 2 perfect saves from GH. They were not ready for that egg cast range. I was surprised he got it. He was on the other side of that Static Storm. The item investment from GH, he saw this from 50 minutes ago.
Yeah, hover over that range. It's massive, man.
Yeah, it's
Blood Right, Aether Lens. And as you said, if there's no fear of the egg going down.
No, there's zero fear in this game. Absolutely no way an egg dies. Just got to make sure you bail your troll out at the right points. And
now what do? You got to get a refresher on your disruptor.
Maybe.
So you Static Storm, he eggs, and then you Static Storm the egg as they're about to revive.
Refresh disruptor, or somebody finds that Phoenix and checks him in the fight, which we just haven't seen at all.
Yeah, I mean, BB Team have been playing defense so much, the very idea of them wrapping around on Nigma Galaxy seems an entirely foreign concept.
That said, Megas is not the game here.
Oh, right? No. Not
it's a lot harder to take that throne down than it is to get Megas sometimes. Which means we're probably going to be playing for yet another Roshan. 60-minute items as well. Yeah. If you're Nigma, you would love to item starve BB Team. Like, get that Roche, get 60-minute items, get them up before they do, and try and all in. Could be an interesting window.
That damage from the Earthshaker, though, has been pretty crazy.
Oh, it's insane, yeah.
He's got the Whisper of the Dread, plus an 8% Spell Amp from Timeless. So his Spell Amp is pretty high. That burst damage was more than I was expecting when he jumps on the troll. He's got 3,500 HP, but he just ripped through him pretty casually.
I mean, you've also got Shiva's amp it up even more.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah, you're going to get exploded.
Yeah, add in like a power shot on top of that, which there's another Whisper of the Dread on save with some percentage based off of the kill shot. Damage does come quick and fast when it does, but BB Team, they've been running out of spells as they've had to endure Nigma Galaxy's advantage, and we said the net worth was going even. Well, now it's back up to 20K, Megas, and perhaps a bear pick off.
Big bear kill if you can find it. Yep. Might be at the point you roar that every single time, because that's a 30-second roar.
Yeah, might as well.
All right, this is the biggest threat in the game. You take it down when you can. Don't overthink it.
So is Abaddon ever going to be enough of a threat? He's got Nullifier, he's got Bloodthorn.
He is building up the damage.
I think, yeah, I like this. I think he needs Blink Dagger. I think he's the one who has to address GH.
I think you get this Abaddon on the back line. Not a target Nigma wants to prioritize. Just let him cause some chaos, right?
Yeah.
Threaten the Phoenix, maybe. Throw this Nullifier Bloodthorn into one of the supports or the Invoker there. Get an early BKB out.
Yeah, I mean, he has the silence, he has the Nullifier to get through Aeon Disc. Like, theoretically, he can address the Phoenix. Now, whether you could put that to paper, particularly since BBT is going to be stuck inside their base for the foreseeable future. It is Megas pushing into you. You don't have any super creeps on your own side, and you've got a Cataclysm going off every, like, 35 seconds or something. So
it's all easier said than done here.
Yeah. Outside of this rogue bear that is roaming the map, Nigma Galaxy can kind of play and go wherever they want.
There's one other scenario that I want to mention.
Okay.
I don't want to mention it.
No, this
but
is
I have to mention it.
A true Hail Mary.
You do not want to get caught in a fight and get ratted by the bear onto your throne.
Yeah, but there's some time for that, right? You've got tier 3s, you've got tier 4s, you've got Glyph.
It is a scenario that we've seen. This thing will chunk buildings very quickly.
Don't do this to me, Avery. Don't whisper that into reality.
I'm not. I just, you know, it's my job. Don't blame me. No matter what happens in this game, I'm just doing my job. Poor Throsh will spawn. It's a big one. A refresher charge cheese. Potential to end the game here. Got to look at the buyback situation as well. Every buyback available for Nigma Galaxy. BB team still missing that GPK buyback for 2 minutes. And they technically are missing the Lone Druids off of a gold, but of course, his buyback is likely not consequential.
Aghanim Scepter, Shard, and whatever you want off of Roshan's keepsakes. Ghost is very, very stacked.
This bear could blink in. Okay, he blinks it out.
Yeah, he goes for the wave. He goes for the wave. And Noob goes for the bear. Another roar.
See if he can get this one.
They keep on finding the bear when Savage Roar is on cooldown, which is perfect. Another 300 gold for the team. They take the Aegis for Ghost and all the other goodies. A cheese for the Muerta, another refresher for GH. So look for, I mean, even if you could get a refresher on this Disruptor, you can't counter 2 eggs.
No way. Such a valuable Roshan for Nigma Galaxy here. And this is a throne killer right now. Gonna have to come up with a miraculous defense. Abuse the hell out of buybacks. Try and drag Nigma deep into your base. Maybe Gale Force, maybe some fissure blocks.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged up.
4 minutes on Aegis. Plenty of time here. Nigma Galaxy, you don't see the opening. You don't have to force it here. World Staff, not dodging that. No GH spike. Try and blow him up. They got him. Woo! Faster than he can battle trans, but here comes Zoom. Aurora goes out. Cataclysm, that's going to be denied by the Aeon Disc. Ghost on his second life. Got to be quicker on the trigger. If he wants to stop that Echo Slam damage, he's got to get off that battle trance.
Solid move.
Jump on a Noob. Got the BKB out of him. That's going to be Bloodthorn Nullifier used. And deal with the banner.
I mean, this is going great for a BB team. They're getting so much out of Nigma right now, and they're paying nothing for it.
It is. Kind of feels like Nigma Galaxy, no point to even try this anymore, considering how bad it kind of started.
You also just can't go in and roar a backline target like that. I mean, it's tempting in this game in terms of target prioritization, but there's Abaddon, there's Aeon Discs, there's 4 staves.
Sure.
No one's locking onto this target when you go in like that if you're new.
Nice Outworld Staff. Certainly helps against the Invoker. Dealing with some of the Meteor. Another Cataclysm attempted to find that Lone Druid bear kill, but no.
60 minutes is in almost 30 seconds here.
Yeah, it is inevitable. We're going to see some tier 5 items guaranteed. Our BB team going to get that many, though.
The bear, yeah.
I mean, the bear can get what he can, but you've got to collect so many of those shards.
It's going to be a lot slower for sure.
Yeah, you're going to be left with this drought where Nigma Galaxy have their tier 5s and you don't.
So I'm saying, man, if you can get some Helms of Undying or books up, just throw these books in, let GPK kill himself on the Necro units. Might have a little window here to make that push a little more enticing. You could wait for next Roshan as well. Say, hey, we messed up that last push. We'll be a bit more disciplined about it next time.
I mean, not disciplined enough. What could they have done better outside of Ghost getting out Battle Trance? They don't really have another way to protect him. It's just pure reaction time.
It's tough. You just have to take advantage of the fact BB are jumping into him and find a big target at the same time. Or kill the bear when it commits. Whittle through some of these bear lives. Which he has all of them up, by the way. So yeah. 3 bears available on this map.
Well, I do think it's possible GH just holds on to his blood right. I'm not sure if there's anything better than that for him. So there's one tier 5 you probably don't have to worry about. Bears out on the map, trying to find any sort of neutrals, but Nigma Galaxy have already cleared them all. He goes deeper and deeper, but this one's taken 2.
You know, the funny thing is, Pure is the lowest level, basically, in this game, because he's just sat his hero in the fountain.
Oh, yeah. Which, I mean, does 25 matter that much to a lone druid? Probably not.
No, not the way he's playing it, not at all. Could be bad for someone's fantasy, though.
Oh, that's true.
They're getting close to that disruptor.
All right, pressure. Helm of Undying.
Oh, yeah, those are big.
Beastmaster, Helm of Undying, Huerta, Fallen Sky, Samael. So he's got an interesting meteor combo from himself. Minotaur Horn for Ghost.
Potential bear kill. 1 of 3.
Tried to save it with the Aphotic Shield, but it has its own Helm of Undying. They actually jumped for it. But the push away at the same time made things kind of weird. Not that swift execution they're looking for. An Aeon Disc going to be popped on the Huerta. That's double Echo Slam.
Yeah, that was... Maybe he thought he'd get a lot more damage off the Slugger, but it felt very casual. He does have the Echo Slam cooldown, but popping a Refresher there feels pretty bad. This Helm of Undying on the bear is going to be insane if it's in the middle of the fight. That was a huge find from Pure. I mean, he gets 2 of them, so...
Yeah, pretty disgusting.
That is
an extra 100
something.
attack speed, 80 magic damage from the Audacious as well.
All right, bear number 2.
It's beginning to stack up. Ooh, trying to get it out of there. They do manage to bail it out. But still, the forces are beginning to push in.
Ghost going in here.
Invaders on all sides. Ghost will push in without an Aegis. They're not going to wait for another Roshan.
They're going to jump in with Storm, though. Katayomi smoke.
They're going to try. Shackle goes out for a second slam, but he's going to be saved. They do have the bird damage. Here comes the Roar. Cataclysm, double Cataclysm, big damage. Oh, the Earthshaker, a little bit more. He gets up the Aphotic Shield, but it is not enough to save him. We're going to have to burn through some buybacks now as the Pure Bear tries to hold on to these tier 4s, but Ghost locked on with the Alacrity on him. He will make short work of these tier 4s. They cannot concede. Many more of these buildings are going to have to fight. Miro tries, draws a little attention to himself. A beautiful tornado, catch the Earthshaker second time. Oh, Fallen Sky onto Miro. He jumps in and goes. He sees the opportunity. He goes to the buildings. They pop the glyph. He's going to back out for now. You have popped his BKB. They got the Alacrity. He can commit. He goes after save, waiting his time, waiting for the glyph. Noob is just trying to create some space so they can all in on the throne. They see their opportunity, and Echo Slam jumps in. And Fisher, another supernova save from Oma. What a save from GH. And Ghost will finish this game. 64 minutes, and it's Nigma Galaxy to take game 1.
What a performance here, especially in that last fight from Sumail. He absolutely diced them up with the double kata, double meteor combination. Just burnt them to a crisp.
You know, Lycan is very good against Prophet. You deal well with the map because you have summons, you have wolves. He has no AoE, so if this is a lane matchup, you should be pretty happy overall with Lycan. So usually when you have this type of setup, if you're Nigma, you should already think about protecting your team and your lineup in a team fight. Mars is something that comes to mind versus Lycan. Always very good, because yeah, playing this like straight up matchup without addressing Lycan, not what you want to do.
It's a pretty cool thing as well, I think. Right? Coming into a game 2, Nigma's had Nature's Prophet banned against him in pretty much every series so far. So BB know in the prep, if you give them Nature's Prophet, they will take it. And that could simplify a second game. You know what hero they're going to go for, you then get your Lycan response. Miro was quite absent in the previous game. You put him on a Lycan into a Nature's Prophet lane, he's going to get his Helm of Dom. You know he's going to have, you know, that active nature to play behind it. So it already feels like a very different game.
And when I think of heroes that Miro has looked best at, this TI Lycan's by far the one on the top of the list. I know he's undefeated on his Bristleback, but there was this game versus P-Vision where he was top of the net worth, completely popping off, and the enemy TA got pulled an Aghanim Scepter, and he was still top net worth with the free 4K net worth TA got. Like, he knows his timings, he plays to kill. It feels like BB team rally around him when he plays this Lycan, and it's a really good change of pace here in this game too.
Yeah, for sure. Like going from this game 1 into game 2, just making sure that you have the aggression, you have someone to play through. You're already setting up someone early in the draft for a good game. Because if Prophet is 5, he doesn't pressure you. If he's 1, he's okay, doesn't pressure you. And if he's a 4, sure, he might TP with a Sprout. But like that's about all the interaction you're gonna have.
The key thing about a month ago, the last time that Nigma played the Nature's Prophet, they actually flexed it to mid lane, and someone played it there. And in the last month, we haven't really had crazy changes. So I think that logic could still exist with Nigma, where often we talk about the carry to support flex. Here, also have to respect the mid lane.
Yeah, I've seen that once or twice from Malrine. I believe it's played with like some Vessel Rush into Shard, Orchid, Mjolnir. I mean, maybe there's a few different deviations of that build, so something we should keep our eyes open for.
If it does go mid, though, it becomes open to being punished by GBK's hero pool, right? You can all of a sudden have a Storm Spirit come into play, like one of the old school Storm plus Coddle combos, potentially, that BB used to run.
That's why I expect Nigma to potentially either pick off-lane plus support here to keep that flexibility alive. When they have the double pick available, utilize the last pick in the second phase, and then you can, you know, C4 heroes on BB. And that's where I like the fact that they've gone for simple bans, right? When you take away like a Muerta, a Bane, they're kind of good building blocks to open the next phase. Get rid of them, force BB down a different path.
Yeah, BB have just done something entirely different. Like in their game 1, all of their bans were focused towards Sumail's hero pool. This time around, they went back to standard things like, okay, we're going to ban the support Naga, we're banning Beastmaster, we're going to ban Earthshaker, and your troll that is now 10-0 at TI. By the way, he's taken out too.
Yeah. We said at the very start of, well, earlier today, we said that if you are gonna try anything out, it should be right now in game 1 of the upper bracket where you have a lot of time and potential to adjust. So potentially that game number 1 for BB Team was them trying that out. Obviously didn't work out the way they wanted it to, so they went back to square one.
I like this double pick coming out from Nigma. Like, first of all, Lycan, sure, he's gonna lane okay, but early on he's still susceptible to like early pressure. He's low move speed, he's not the highest armor until he gets like Helm of Iron Will. Pango as well, very good team fight against Lycan. You can control an area if you're rolling too. Of course, Disruptor has no spells against you. He hates you, quite frankly. And Tusk, Nature's, Pango, they can play very aggressive around the map, Tusk, Prophet. So I like these picks a lot so far from Nigma.
It's very skirmishy and respecting that when Lycan wants to be aggressive, like you said, it's like you can use the Twin Gate on Panglia, you're ready to fight, you can TP. No one cares about overlapping. Like, these aren't heroes that if you accidentally stumble into the same lane, you then feel uncomfortable and the farm feels bad. Like, you're going to get the kills, push back BB, and then reset your map.
And so if you're a BB team, what do we think they're looking for here? There's a hero that's open that I generally like a lot against Pango. It's the TA. When you have Lycan, in my opinion, you have a lot of options. You can go for like a minus armor strat. You could play a melee carry that abuses Wolfbite later. Or do you guys think we're going to see like the other support in the mid?
The open pick is go for like a Void Spirit mid lane. Generic mid that GPK has played multiple times. You have good catch. You don't die to the Panglia. You can always find the back lane. You create information for everyone else to thrive with. Good glimpses, Lycan with the wolves.
I think TA is a default for a lot of like TA players like Pure when they see Pango, but what I prefer when I see NGX's draft is something like a Sven. Like, if you look at this Nature's Prophet plus Tusk plus Pango, this is really heavy physical damage. Your Lycan isn't going to be building a Crimson Guard or anything like that early. It's not how the hero is played. But Sven, who has Warcry naturally, seems to be a great fit here. He also provides you with the burst and the melee carry ability to play with the wolf fight later. Pure hasn't played any games of it yet, though, this TI.
It would have been kind of nice, but so they go for the
pick BB, if you pick good counters, you force the hero into that place. Like, are you really going to put Pangolier on mid lane when he's playing into a bad matchup and a bad mid game with the Grimstroke? You might want to sacrifice Noob on it, allow him to buy an aura, kind of be chaotic, early shard, and then you get new mid hero. But it is BB now forcing the flexibility of Nigma towards maybe not what they ideally wanted when they started picking these heroes.
I mean, one of the most common counters we've seen lately when it comes to Puck would be Void Spirit. It's good, but there are some drawbacks, of course, with BB team also covering some picks. Like Grimstroke can be, like hit or miss. Like if you get bound once, kind of, it's not great for you. Same with the Disruptor Static Storm. So I'm not sure if they can find one where it's like easier to play around what BB team are showing you.
They'll go for a Terrorblade first, so keeping the flex open.
Okay, with all of this physical damage, is Sven really not tempting here?
Or BB team?
Yeah, for BB team. NGX is all physical right now, or any kind of hero that can build some damage mitigation against this. Like, one Crimson Guard or one Warcry. Anything can help. Like, all of their damage is in one basket right now on NGX.
I mean, it's good against, I don't like it as much against the TB, but maybe Lycan can also then, again, like offset this matchup, or like maybe you have enough spell damage for like Sven to fight through it, because I love him for the Warcry aspect. I mean, and he kills everyone else, that's for sure. I mean, is there even anything better? I'm trying to think. I could see last pick faces Void if it looks good. I think it's very scary to play into. I don't think these Nigma Galaxy heroes kill that hero.
It could still also just be a TA, and then you rely on your Lycan to buy the Crimson Guard. But when you see one damage type, it is so tempting to just counter it here.
It will be BB team with the overall last pick, so they will see the full picture of Nigma Galaxy's draft before having to be making a decision on what they want to go for last.
I think for me, as long as Pure has an aggressive carry from lane and early to mid game, I think their draft will look quite nice. You've got Puck that's quite hard to kill. There's no easy stun really to kill the Puck at all. You cannot rely on Rolling Thunder. So the mid game from BB plays itself out. The carry just has to join that engagement. Don't play like game one where you lose lane, hit jungle, have all the GPM in the world, but it doesn't translate into the game. But of course for Nigma, it does feel like Pango is mid to off lane, Terrorblade is the carry.
If you're Nigma, like your mid pick, I feel like it should try to make it like a little more easy and simple. You're playing against a Puck currently with no catch. Sure, you have wave clear with your TB and like a guy TPing in, but Puck doesn't get stunned by Snowball. He's not going to get rolled on, especially when there's a Grimstroke in the game too. So if I'm Sumail in this position, or like if I'm Nigma, I want someone that allows my Tusk, my NP, maybe my Pango to play with me, and I open the game and I open the fight.
I mean, there's always like putting Nature's Prophet on 4, trying to rush an Orchid on it, and going for something like Tiny from the mid lane.
Yep, that's true.
As long as we see a stun, I think I'm fine.
Because if you run Nature's Prophet 4, it's a fine game for it. If you look at Disruptor and Grimstroke, these are heroes that he can pick on. Like, he can TP on them, spot them with an ulti, do damage. Whereas when we've seen Nature's Prophet supports look bad, it's if he can't kill the enemy supports.
Because right now, even though you pick the Terrorblade, I don't think that BB team like lose on scaling. Like Grim against TB is also very strong later in the game if you do ever get towards an Aghanims. And Puck is not a hero that's to be underestimated if the game drags out.
Maybe I'm overcooking, but it would be really cool if they sacrifice Pangolier so much due to the Grim and the Puck to like Amar playing it 4. It's like, whatever, man, just go pull wave exist, and then you get a new offlane pick. Prophet goes mid, TB goes carry. You have the scaling, you've got the tempo, but it's like, are you really in a game 2 going to randomly just put Pango on? Like, some teams would. I'm only referencing this because, Kuroki's the guy that plays Razor 5, back in the day. Like,
You sound like the average Nigma fan with the Coke tank, and it got 100-0 in like one go.
No, it's okay.
They banned PL, so I can't even fault you for anything you said, because this hero I would have never thought about in my life.
I just see room right now for the creativity to shine in the fact that there are some problems. I don't know if Pango being the core role helps fix them. So why not just throw a random new hero into the mix?
Is there then something else that would be like the ultimate pick if they do? Well, we're going to see a Tiny, so that is our answer right there. We don't know exactly where each hero will be played until people pick their hero.
I feel it's pretty obvious that Tiny is going mid. Because like you can just run your Nature's Prophet 4 with the Pango and you're strengthening his lane, allowing him to have a better entry into the game. Because while sure he is countered by Soulbind and whatnot, and Coil later on, if he's getting his Blink Dagger and just rolls on the backline, he's going to have his impact in the game.
Faces Void still showing.
Oh, it's actually not a mid Tiny.
It is the mid.
It is the
Mid Prophet coming out, and Noob will play the Pango on the off lane.
Okay, so let's see. I mean, I have played a lot of Pango into Void, and in my opinion, it's one of the worst matchups. You don't really pressure him too much, and you can get chronoed and die. I like Nigma's lineup overall, and I think it goes with what they like to do, like play aggressive, be oppressive on the map, take it over. But I think BB team, if they're not behind in this game, their tri-core scaling is like out of this world.
They have the ability to punish mistakes. Unlike the last game, they couldn't really convert on Nigma making the mistake. But having the Prophet mid, I'm really looking at can Sumail from laning phase, break that, go towards the TB lane with meta, get a kill, look at a tower. Go to the Pango lane, sure he's under pressure, but the correct TP, when Pure wastes his time walk, boom, that's another kill. Like I think all of Nigma's lineup is built around Sumail creating so much chaos, and then everyone just kind of shining from that.
For sure, but I'd also like to say that Nigma's safe lane is looking really strong. Like Tusk plus Terrorblade versus Lycan, if he steps out a little bit, they can punish. So they can depend on that safe lane too to maybe bring them into the game, especially if Sumail joins, gets a few early sprouts. Like I could see this Nigma draft doing it. But I do think BB Team's draft looks a lot more stable, a lot more cohesive, and it's not too dependent on, okay, Lone Druid's going to carry the game. All of them have their ability to enter and play in this game.
Yeah, for me too, like Nigma, they have to do well on their lanes and play off of that. Like Effie was mentioning, with the Prophet TPing around your mid, you have a good safe lane, play through it. With the gates, open up the map, play fast, because yeah, if a good player like Pure plays Void this game and he gets there with 3-4 items, he's not losing.
Is there anything in particular other than the Faces Void you're looking towards to get to that point to begin with?
Lycan space and also GPK on the puck in a fairly good puck game.
Early Crimson Guard would be so good. I mentioned it before, but like their damage is so purely physical, and now that Tiny has been revealed to be a support, he's not going to do much by way of damage either.
I mean, BB didn't choke in the draft this time, so it should be a much more competitive game too.
Well, that is good news. I think for all the Dota fans, we would like to see a series go the full distance, and this could potentially be the one. Before we jump into this game, though, we're jumping on stage where Tsunami is not jumping. He's standing next to Bull.
So I think save it for the camera. Okay.
Thank you very much. Yes, I am joined by a bulk of BB Team. Congratulations on making it this far, but this team has consistently been an issue for you. You guys only lost to one team in the road, and it was Nigma. What is it about these guys that makes it tricky for you?
Nigma Galaxy была единственная команда, которую вы проиграли в предыдущем этапе турнира. Что в ней так сложно, что вы не можете с ней справиться?
У них очень много хороших стратегий и неприятных героев для нас, поэтому они ими хорошо играют, и нам очень тяжело подготовиться адекватно к этой команде и к их героям. У них просто очень хорошие ответы на наши стратегии.
They've got very good answers to our strategies because they have good heroes, and we can't really... We're really bad against them, basically.
I got it. So then, how about in the mid lane matchup? You think Nature's Prophet is a good hero versus GPK's Puck? Because I know GPK is on a lot of fantasy rosters right now. People want to see if he's any good in this matchup.
Как ты думаешь, ГПК справится в миде? Потому что он сейчас во многих фэнтези-составах, и многие люди на него рассчитывают.
Я думаю, люди, которые поставили его в фэнтези, не прогадали, потому что на этой карте Данек покажет, почему заслужил это место в ваших фэнтези.
Daniel will show, GPK will show why he's the favorite for all of people's fantasy.
I've been seeing all the posts. Now let's see if you can put up the numbers. Good luck, Bulk, in this game number 2.
That's right, it is time to put up or shut up for BB Team, because they can talk it, but can they walk it? We're here in the upper bracket. They do not want to be going down to the lower bracket so early. The big component of this squad is GPK and his supposed dominance over the mid lane, Avery.
That's it.
Я думаю, люди, которые поставили его в фэнтези, не прогадали, потому что на этой карте Данек покажет, почему заслужил это место в ваших фэнтези.
Daniel will show, GPK will show why he's the favorite for all of people's fantasy.
I've been seeing all the posts. Now let's see if you can put up the numbers. Good luck, Bulk, in this game number 2.
That's right, it is time to put up or shut up for BB Team, because they can talk it, but can they walk it? We're here in the upper bracket. They do not want to be going down to the lower bracket so early. The big component of this squad is GPK and his supposed dominance over the mid lane, Avery.
That's a tough player to dominate in terms of the early lane, though. Sumail is not the player you can go into a series and expect to come out lane-wise victorious a lot of the time, so he has his work cut out ahead of him. But I do agree with the panel. This draft looks a lot more well-rounded for BB Team. They're not all in on this, gimmick last pick hero for Pure. They have a lot of scale, a lot of team fight, easy ways to start fights. They have the Lycan Grimstroke combination that LGD was super good with a couple of years ago. And honestly, I'm looking to the Grimstroke more than anything. This is not a hero we see a lot, but man, does it look good this game. And I think Save was playing well last game. Just Wind Ranger can only do so much, right? But this is a hero great against the Pango, great against the Tusk, and then you have some really good illusion targets in the late game. And if he gets farmed this game, Ags, Aetherlens, Blink in that late game, E-Blade, he is going to be an absolute menace.
We talked about how some of the drafting problems for BB Team, they were put in this position where they didn't win the laning phase and late game was going to be a crunch. So they kind of had to perform mid-game, and they were so far behind they couldn't do that. This time around, they certainly have good late game, right? They've got the faces for it. This is the undefeated late game carry in this individual game, right?
You can always win late game with this hero. It comes down to Chronos, especially when you get 2 up, Refresher Shard off Roche, or if you get to your own Refresher, you're just broken. You're straight broken. Sometimes it can come down to if you also have damage to throw in the Chrono, but this game just looks like a solid Chronosphere game. And to me, it points to Nigma need to find a little tempo here. They don't need to completely run this game over, but they want this TB to be the first hero on that network chart. They want the Furion to be first or second. They want these 2 cores to be up there so you can overwhelm BB Team with an early advantage translating into an early item advantage. That's where these heroes are going to thrive. And of course, you have the Terrorblade Lycan matchup. Like, that's why Ghost is on this hero in this game. I mean, this was a matchup where, going back to Arteezy, who loves this, see Lycan, pick Terrorblade, win game. It's that simple.
Hey, why is it that simple?
A reflection. You just, you go in every fight, you reflect this guy, you get auras, you just get free amp damage room.
Free 40% damage?
Yeah,
that sounds pretty broken on the highest base damage hero in the game.
It's just stupid. Lycan also gives you a pretty free laning phase, and you are an illusion hero that can kind of push out the map, deal with his lane pressure a little bit, and Lycan is all single target. So he's not going and threatening you, or at least your illusions in the fight. Just a very one-sided matchup. Hopefully Ghost can make the most of it when it comes down to those team fighting and getting the big reflections off. So far, though, in this early game, Pure feeling the heat again. This off lane for Nigma Galaxy overperforming, I think, in this series so far.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they killed it in the first game, and putting this much pressure on Pure early, though, Noob, I think he thought he had a kill on his hands. Omar, there was still cooldown on his spells.
I mean, they want Pure here. This wave got pulled to a stack camp for Katayomi. Usually really nice, but Pure got chipped so much, he's having a hard time staying.
Teleport coming in from Sumail. Immediate glimpse from Katayomi, but inside of the Sprout. And the Avalanche on 2. That's actually pretty decent damage. Still, though, Pure, he thought he could go after Noob there, but way too much HP. And Pure, he's only got one single shared tango to deal with Omar. He takes the aggro for Noob to finish him off with the shield crash. A double for the Nigma off lane.
They are showing up on the main stage. Katayomi going to try and get a return kill, but that's a Fairy Fire full one Tiny. You're not killing him on your own.
Yeah, Omar jukes it, so he wouldn't be able to get the glimpse back into tower range. By the time he saw the Tiny, it was too late for all that. Now, he could still get a glimpse here. and have a chance, at least be able to burn through some of the regen that Omar has. Pure hits him with the time dilation, but it baits in Katomi. Noob, he won't have the damage with the swashbuckle to finish him off. Both Omar and Katomi will be able to walk away, but Save is not walking away from that one, at least not outside of a body bag. Miro does what he can, but ultimately it's a kill combo that he can't really do much about.
What an incredible start for Nigma in this game too. Just straight up winning 3 lanes across the board. Huge amount of solo experience going into Sumail. He's going to have Wrath of Nature up in a couple hundred XP. Earn already online. This Fury on TP plus ult is going to be devastating around the map. When you're losing lanes, this hero just takes advantage of it. He can go anywhere, do anything. Maybe the glimpse poses a little bit of difficulty, but that would be a huge courier snipe on top of it. That's the
massive pickup. Goodbye to the helm and an immediate tip from Noob onto Pure, who's already struggling this lane, but a big pick. Oh, nice snowball save. That rolls Sumail straight into Katomi, though. It looks like no way out for Sumail. GPK finds that kill. Can he find his way out of this way? Turn around, coil on 2. GPK, he wants more. You gank me? Nah, son, I gank you. It's going to be a GH third kill. GPK turns it around thanks to his support's rotations.
Well, all eyes were on this man to step up, and he is absolutely delivering, salvaging this early game for BB Team. That was about to be a 3-4K lead, complete route. If that Furion gets to pop ult, TP to a side lane, you are just getting owned across the board. Instead, you get a triple kill off your puck mid. Now this puck is well ahead. And this is going to be your best playmaker. I mean, also just getting the experience for your supports here. Such a big boon. Especially going into this Wisdom Shrine, which was not a guarantee, right? You have to think about these shrines against the Furion. Now
nasty little combo that isn't supposed to be successful before Miro has his 6. But, oh, with the help of the Nature's Prophet, they would certainly get that kill. Sumail, he's going to cut across and go after Save. Almost gets it off the reflection, but Sumail teleported in just a little bit too far left to really help Ghost claim the Grimstroke pickoff.
Nice laning pressure, though. Again, you force the Furion to TP unsuccessfully. That's a win for you. You might get this Wisdom Shrine. Though Save is really low, and GH got a plan of his own. This would be a big win if you can get both shrines here, take it away from the Grimstroke, who needs those levels.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's... He's going to let the Terrorblade illusion scout things out, see if there's a possibility. But, you know, there's no harm in trying, right? Ghost is perfectly fine solo in lane. Better that GH doesn't share in that experience, while GPK continues to pressure that mid lane off of the advantage he won from the kills, and now the Nature's Prophet rotating out of lane. Free damage on the mid tower.
Next pressure point is going to be top lane, though. You almost have 6 on the Pango. You have the Furion that can come in, and GH already prepping this move.
Glimpse back into Pure. The Grimstroke's going to teleport in. The Puck is trying to cut him off. They're going to go for this kill before Noob can hit his level 6. A shield crash, a big one. A giant shield, but now he's been trapped inside the coil alongside Q. A good toss over. That was beautiful. In fact, GPK's in trouble. He's got another orb up in a second and a phase shift to dodge a little bit of damage, but the urn is on him. It's ticking him away, and he will fall. Nigma Galaxy, they bring the numbers to this one, and BB Team are overwhelmed. 2 kills and a third as they find Katomi looped around the trees, cut off by the kinetic field, but Sumail, he'll find him for another earn kill. Those charges are refunded right back into Sumail's pocket.
And the Vessel's flying out. Just when GPK had a good early game, no. Sumail puts you in your place. He is now the one leading the pack, making the moves. I like the idea from BB Team going on the Pango before 6. What, Nigma were already set up. The fact GH is there prevents any sort of aggression. Round 2.
Another beautiful snowball save. Now the silence will stop at least Noob getting off his ultimate, but they've already killed the Faceless Void, and now you still get off the Rolling Thunder. Bad news for BB Team, who just cannot seem to find an opening here to get a kill. They're still looking for it. Katomi's running at them, but he doesn't have Glimpse.
GH's Tusk is legendary for a reason. You got to respect him on this hero. These saves have already been on point in this game. You don't have that coil to throw out or the Soulbind, which neither was available in that fight.
Drop the ward, already spotted. Defensive sentries laid down.
Very nice here, especially with all the stacks on this triangle already being built up. BB Team committed a lot of resources to try and shut this Pango down, play through the nice Faceless Void matchup, and they just got straight rebuked. So now you're going to have to slow this game down. Look for the Soulbind. Look for some presence from the Lycan, who's up till now just been trying to farm to the helm, but he's the one losing his tower. Ghost just pushing it in. taking it to Miro here.
This is looking like a repeat of game one, right? A very early lead for Nigma Galaxy as they out-rotate BB Team around the map, and Ghost free-farming his lane because there's no threat from the off lane.
They're in an amazing position right now. The exact type of gameplay you want with the mid Furion. Want to build a little early lead, get your supports ahead, and just feast on the map.
Teleport behind Miro. Miro, he's going to have to pop a shapeshift, but can he even get out with the Sprout and the shards? He's locked in a physical cage. He can't just Quelling Blade and run away.
GH has owned this game. He has been in the right part of the map every time to make these plays happen. And now they're going to eye the GPK puck mid. I mean, this would be a backbreaker if you lose him with an Arcane in his pocket.
You just need those level 6s on the BB team. Because even if they bring equal numbers to the fights, Nigma Galaxy, they'll just beat you on ults. You need that Static Storm.
Just look at the aggressive positioning. We're 10 minutes in the game. They have a ward on the cliff. They have a ward around that tier 2 top. They're scouting behind these towers. They're looking for aggressive opportunities. There's a meta on a tier 1 mid. And GPK, you have got to get out of there.
As to Waiting Rift over the shards to get away, offers a high five to Sumail. Heavy investment from Nigma Galaxy. They don't find the kill, but it looks like they've got the tower.
They understand how this draft is supposed to function. Absolutely on point. Are they even going to get him
GPK, he, thanks to the Arcane Rune, still has a way out. The orb is not on cooldown for long.
But nothing is free in this game.
No.
At least you get 6 on your supports here. That's the one thing BB are getting out of this period.
Yeah, still waiting for it. They just took your mid tower, and Katomi's still trying to soak experience. He finally gets it now. But Noob, the time to isolate him is gone. The mid lane tower is gone, and Nigma Galaxy can then break apart. You see the tiny rejoining his Pango. GH guarding Ghost as he clears out through the triangle.
You also need a lot of heroes to create threat around this map if you're BB. The Void's not giving you any damage. Disruptor's pretty minimal. The Lycan can be really minimal, depending on where that fight breaks out.
Katomi wants this Nature's Prophet kill. Level 10 Sumail. They have the Wolves on him, and he's teleporting. Where's he teleporting to? He's going to try and find Miro. Does he know he's going to be outnumbered? Does he know the 2 supports are sitting on top of this Lycan? Underneath the Static Storm. Now caught in the Soulbind. No snowball save this time around. The double silence. The Soulbind, it just lasts too long. GH, now he's going to be hit by the coil. GPK takes advantage of the situation, runs down the river, and finds the +1.
Really nice rotation from Save. Leads the pack, you get a massive Soulbind, exactly what you want against this Tusk. You want to create a situation where GH can't come in and get those snowballs due to all the roots and the AoE silences you have. Just let the Lycan go to work. Combine the damage, let the Void farm. Like, this Faceless Void is not the hero you want to play around in this early game.
No.
It's the Grim, it's the Puck. Those are your 2 playmakers. Sumail just gets caught off guard.
You could try and time walk that off, but you're going to have to Chronosphere to stop the Rolling Thunder. But then even Omar's on the other side, and GH closes in for the other, completely surrounded.
They'll get a 2-for-1 refill those Vessel charges. The pace just does not stop here. And this is not the pace of game that a Faceless Void wants, especially when the fighting is around his lane.
And Nigma Galaxy picking up more and more speed. A 3-man smoke and a play through the gate. 45 seconds until the Wisdom Shrine spawns. You know that's where they're headed.
GH absolutely has plans around this spot. As a ward as well, you could just plant a high ground ward, camp this, potentially bait it out on top of getting it. You always have Furion to back you up.
Towers getting beat down.
Or just go look for the kills.
They are going to look and find Katomi. Turns around, Static Storm does what he can, but Ghost always quick to join his team. And of course, Sumail can teleport in with full confidence that with 4 heroes behind him, no matter how aggressively he's teleporting in, BB team can't turn it around. What? They've got a Faceless Void. What are you going to do with that?
Your best combination's Inkswell Wolf right now. Not enough to win this shrine. More experience advantage for Nigma Galaxy.
That's going to be another transformation wasted for the Lycan. Shapeshifts, I mean, he used it once when he got ganked there, then a second time here trying to respond to all this aggression, but... And and they were just all these heroes on the other side of the map. GH is already threatening Pure, and they even got some good damage on him there with the Wrath of Nature. Time Walk being on cooldown. Can't undo that.
I mean, I'm sure he's crying on the comms right now. Like, I need something. I need some pressure on the map. I need some space. This is not a playable game for me right now. You just lost all your tier 1s so fast in this game. It's a lot of space for this Sumail Furion to operate on. And Orchid already up. He has absolute solo kill potential on anybody in this game right now.
It feels like BB team were sinking into the meta that was developed in the road to TI, right? Very slow games, not really these fast run you over pace, but Nigma Galaxy are showing they're able to buck the trend, and a toss will put a stop to that. No Rolling Thunder needed. Meanwhile, on the other side, a coil does find GH, and he will meet his end on the other side of the map. But
are you gonna lose Pure?
I mean, maybe. He's gonna have to chrono again. Oh man! And again, not even the Rolling Thunder required to be used. He still has it. He's still gonna go after him. Oh, Pure, why did you run back? Now Sumail's gonna catch you. Got him on the Orchid. A little bit damage with the Spirit Vessel. Is it enough? A tick out, not quite enough. A beautiful Soulbind sets up the kill on the Pango, and maybe Sumail's Nature's Prophet as well. It takes a little bit to wear through him. Nice phase shift dodge. Big damage was coming out from Omar. GPK's life threatened, but he managed to dodge it all. Keeping up with Sumail. Gotta be careful there. Wrath of Nature though. Gonna be big
Sunder
damage.
save.
Nice Sunder save. Beautiful setup from Ghost to make sure they do not bleed out a Sumail kill. He is level 12. He is worth a hefty amount when it comes to that experience. Managed to prevent losses there. Nigma Galaxy hold on to a 5K lead.
That last stroke from Save was coming through. That Sunder might have been necessary. If stuff is going to go well for BB team, it's off the back of this Soulbind. I mean, that is the only spell that's really giving them an advantage in the fight and something they can play around. It's been impactful already. Very good against Nigma's heroes. And I mean, that evened out a solid chunk of this lead.
Is this going to be yet another defensive phase shift from Miro? Runs right into GH, and now it's a question, can he even survive? The two supports tossing him up in the air. Sumail canceled his teleport, but they still blocked him in with the ice shards. Still got him inside of the Sprout.
Oh,
and a teleport away. Ooh, it's just enough heal.
And look at the space it created. Another play on Noob.
That's
GPK.
true. GPK is finding openings around this map as they keep on going for the side lanes. GPK is responding. They have picked up on Nigma Galaxy's tempo, and they are beginning to match them.
This Puck and Grim are doing so much to salvage this game. If they get another kill here,
Big Swell will stop that. GH, he'll fall yet again.
these two playmakers, man, you can never count them out. They're incredibly fast players. They're very good at reading the map.
The long-term duo GPK and Save, they've been through it.
And the thing is, if you even this game out, your 5-on-5 team fight is pretty good. Like, you have a spell casting advantage if the Soulbind and the Chrono land. They're not easy spells for Nigma Galaxy to deal with. That's why you wanted this net worth and item advantage going into that mid game. It's been even out a lot. This Void's now ahead of the Pango, whereas he was almost behind the Tiny. You cannot throw away kills lightly in this game. You have to keep playing around the Furion, look for pickoffs, abuse your lane shove, and not give up big core kills around the map. You got such an early blink on this Omar Tiny. You'd love to keep skirmishing around that as well. Like, just toss heroes into you. Play for the easy, simple kills. Get Ghost involved. Look for an early Roshan here. Keep getting those power runes.
We've got 2 minutes until Tormentor as well.
Big objective. Some nice shards in this game. There's a smoke. Letting the Tiny lead the charge. Gonna try and find a nice target. Just toss him in. Combo him down.
Oh, Pure. He's on the low ground right now. That would have been a huge catch. You still have a chance, though. They're gonna run into Katomi. Katomi breaks it. Blink for blink, though. He thought that was gonna be the play, but Omar has him met.
I mean, honestly, BB team they'll take that. Sure. Like, lead the 5 who already had his item bought to buy space for the Void and the Puck who are farming sides of the map right now. Downside is you might lose a big objective. 4 points in the tag team, straight into the Roshan. Nigma Galaxy are going to try and get something off this smoke play.
This feels super efficient, getting that kill and going straight to Roshan, and in a minute's time, Tormentor is going to spawn in the top left. Them being in this part of the map feels incredible for them.
It's going to be an efficient sequence for them. I mean, all of BB team are farming, so you're not going to gain a lot of net worth off this play, but you're going to get a lot of objective pace out of it.
Yep.
And you can turn that into more gold later. You can pressure some tier 2s. You can play more aggressive on the side lanes.
You see what Kataomi's up to? They're going to get this Roshan, but I think BB team made the call that if they try and go for Tormentor, they want to take that team fight. They've got Chronosphere. If they can get the wards down, they've got Static Storm. They've got a huge team fight, as you said. An aggressive ward laid out, waiting.
All about that soulbind. If you
seeing if Nigma Galaxy take the bait. Sumail would be a perfect target for them. They smoke up.
They did see him for a brief second there.
Now it's a question of reaction. He's got a Static Storm on 2, only catching the Tiny inside.
It's a valuable target.
They do manage to take him out. Ghost is right in the middle of them, though, with that Aegis. So they can't turn and focus on this Terrorblade, but can they chase? They go for the Chronosphere on a Sumail. They say ignore that Aegis, go straight for the big guy. Another Sunder save out from Ghost, and Sumail not dead yet, turns it back around with an Orchid. Can't finish off Pure either. Timer goes off. Sumail run down by Miro, and he's got a decent amount of damage onto Ghost, who sundered earlier. Has to dodge the Rolling Thunder, though. BB team have wisely called it quits, at least for now. Ducking into the trees, a teleport away, denied as the Avalanche covers him. Miro, he'll be the one to fall, but BB team, it's 2 cores in exchange for some kills, a buyback, and a very important kill on that Nature's Prophet yet again.
Expensive buyback from Omar. Does secure the puck kill, so you can argue it's worth it, but the fact they brought him down at the start of the fight, super valuable. Frees up that fight for GPK, barring the buyback. Eventually pays the price. And man, Sumail just got chunked from those Lycan summons. He took 2,000 damage from Lycan in that fight. Just got whittled down. The Chrono came in at the end. He got sundered and then killed through it again.
Shout out to Ghost, though, twice now with the Sunder saves on Sumail. Those are very clutch pickups, especially since that boost of HP. I mean, the Nature's Prophet is tanky, man. It's a hard hero to kill. 17 armor, 2,000 HP.
Tough Spark of Courage gives you the bonus armor. Valuable summoners for sure, especially when you have Aegis. They're not going to focus you down anyway. Kind of crazy there was no Soulbind in that fight.
Oh, no. Mid forward there. There was Static Storm, but I guess the fear of Sumail rotating in. Kataomi almost getting caught by that. They back away and will give their tier 2 up to Nigma Galaxy.
Trying to get something out of this Aegis period. It feels like Pure recovered in this game, though. I mean, this was looking like one of those games he might have just never played Dota in.
I mean, if you get that tier 2, but naturally, you're going to break apart afterwards. And look at this pincer move from BB team.
This is nasty if it lands.
Once again, the deadly duo of GPK and Save. They found an opening, and it's going to be on the man. They got a beautiful soul bite. How does Save keep getting this? A snowball goes off, picks it up, and maybe it bails him out as he blinks away. Onto Noob's Pango. He's not dead yet. He got off the Rolling Thunder, but a physical hit will finish him off. That's enough. Meanwhile, Miro chasing after Sumail. Trapped inside the Sprout, makes a run for it, a glimpse back, but Miro, he really can't stand up toe-to-toe, but the other two, the Mobile Heroes, another Sunder, another attempted save, but this time it's not good enough, but it got off the Orchid onto Pure, a trade of mid for carry, and an Aegis now as Ghost brought low by his own Sunder. Does he have the survivability to get out on this second life, or is GH, is he going to be left behind? Ghost trying to help him out. GPK and all their mobility, they just keep on swarming in and out of the fight, hounding after Nigma Galaxy.
He wants GH here.
And they've got the glimpse back to do it. Ghost will have to give up the chase. He'll go back to farm. GH will create what little space he can. BB team, they lost their carry, but another time that they're able to stand toe-to-toe against Nigma Galaxy's early game.
I mean, look at the puck damage. It is all GPK in this exchange. What an angle, too. Him and Save from the back. Not a move Nigma expected. They kind of bailed out that link with another very clutch snowball. Splitting it up. Noob almost survives, dies to the last right click from GPK. That is such a close fight.
It was.
Did him no favors that the Sunder save was a lot less effective because they were both low HP.
Yes.
So that kind of hurt them a lot, but we're kind of seeing the fight paradigm. They're just running at the Furion, and he's just kind of sitting there and taking it. Like, he can't output enough damage to dissuade the summons on his own. There's little summon clear in this lineup.
Oh, beautiful glimpse. Kataomi with this blink dagger, but a better save from Ghost. A little man to dodge to save his life.
That will absolutely do it. Still,
That will ensure Ghost can get to his butterfly, which is a massive pickup.
Yep. Huge timing for Nigma Galaxy. Everything is now riding on this Terrorblade. The Furion had his shot to completely snowball this game. He's going to have to try and scale too. But the pace that GPK is setting, he has an amp damage right now, 6, 2, and 8.
Haste, amp damage, and he's bigger moves than Omar's got. He jumps away from the initiation, and now right into the middle, the thick of it. The Static Storm gets one, looks after GH next, but he jumps away to his Curveball Orb. Puts a little pressure on Nigma Galaxy, threatens to overwhelm them, then backs away. There's no need to keep up the pressure. He created the space. Pure, he's farming away and loving it, I'm sure.
This is a scary game to give Puck late game items in, because your lockdown is pretty limited to that support duo. And Tusk is not always the most reliable. You are really dependent on this tiny combination.
Yeah, we're also seeing with the Faceless Void, right? If you have troubles locking down this Puck, it's only going to be worse because Faceless Void is going to be just as mobile as this hero. Give him a little extra help there with the Grimstroke. Not quite the stun combination they were looking for this time around. Noob trying to use his shard to make sure he gets a lockdown after the phase shift, but there's still the Yules. GPK does manage to get away in the Rolling Thunder. Being used like that, Nigma Galaxy, they got to probably take a break a little bit. The team fights have not been clearly won by them.
No, not at all.
Rolling Thunder is a key component for that.
Just gotta keep playing for Ghost timings. Try and get the next Roshan around that butterfly. That's gonna be a nice power point for you. And try and keep dodging this Soulbind. You can never find the supports at the start of the fight between the Tusk and the Tiny. Would be a huge win to begin that engagement. But some of that Lycan lane pressure is starting to add up here. We don't even have the shard out yet, so it can get better.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
In terms of stalling this game.
Do you feel like the Nullifier is such a crucial pickup that it's more important than the side lane pressure that comes from the shard?
I mean, Nullifier and Lycan is always just chef's kiss, right? You go in, you isolate a target, you know you're going to be able to bring this guy down. He already has AC. Downside is some of his auras are getting reflected, so he does have to pick his point of attack well.
Sure.
Otherwise, you're going to power up Ghost to just hit that butterfly, just hit level 18. But the Lycan doesn't have to be the first one in. I think for BB, that's ideal. Which is another reason why if you're Nigma Galaxy, if you can start these fights on your terms with a tiny initiation, it's going to feel a lot better for you.
That's up to Noob. He's got to get that Rolling Thunder Blink Dagger initiation. They can't afford to be picked off underneath their tower like this. All the support ults being dropped on this Nature's Prophet. Feeling they've got it for sure. But this Rolling Thunder is just beautiful. A bowling ball right through the middle of BB team. Has taken out 2 cores and freed Samael. He may have died, but they got a 1-for-3 exchange, and only a Blink Dagger will bail out this Grimstroke from death that was closing in.
Pure just never gets Chrono off there. Gets chain stunned off Avalanche into the Rolling Thunder, into the congregations of the deep. The extra tendril betrayed him there. That's a very different fight if he gets that up, considering how clumped Nigma were. They got their Terrorblade glimpsed out of that fight, and they had to TP the new Pango into the preemptive Soulbind. Not a good fight setup for them, but they just pushed through it.
It was just so unnecessarily risky to make that jump and not use the Chrono. If you don't want to jump in as the Void, I think that's fine too, but...
I mean, he just doesn't want to Chrono his own teammate here, right?
For sure.
Like, you don't want to Chrono your own Puck. It feels bad, but... Man, that neutral creep did some work there.
It messed them up, man. Fortunately, Miro was there to finish it off, but that was almost 3 for nothing. Nigma Galaxy, they'll claw back a bit of a lead. 2,000 net worth lead for them, 28 minutes. And another Tormentor's coming. Another Roshan is going to be available. Big objectives.
Scaling. Just have to keep scaling your 2 top net worth heroes here and hope it's enough to win the fights around Roshan.
Will it be enough to win the fights 10 minutes from now?
That's a very different story. Got to play with what's in front of you here and just gear up to power up this Terrorblade. Make Ghost as strong as possible. The saves need to go into him. You need to make sure that the lockdown is centered around this Terrorblade in the fight as well. He is the majority of your damage because the Pango...
Oh, they've got a good high ground ward. These two are walking straight into it. Omar's going to TP away, but Noob, not as lucky. He's going to be trapped inside of a Static Storm. No saves available here. His courier does manage to get away.
Such a tough Pango game. If you get jumped by Static Storm or Coil, you're probably dead. If you play on the backside of the fight and go in later, you're probably getting soulbound or chronoed. There's a time dilation in the middle of that for you. I mean, I do not envy Noob's position here.
Yeah, particularly since he's not a hero that could just be thrown away, right? His disables are so key to the Terrorblade and the Nature's Prophet to do damage in these fights.
They need his lockdown. They're going to need his damage as this game scales.
Scotty will certainly help if that will help to, you know, just slow down some of these heroes just a tad bit if Ghost can get to that point. BKB will be a massive pickup for Sumail, at least until the Disruptor has an Aghanim Scepter. And Kataomi is really not that far away. He's been killing on the Disruptor with this early Blink Dagger.
Yep.
And the conservation of resources, he's just barreling straight to a fast axe.
I mean, he's honestly had a very good game for how poorly that top lane went. This game is dead even. It's another game. They're within like 200 XP of each other. I don't know how these teams keep doing it.
One team fight could break things open. BKBs are wanted on both sides of the table here. The Nature's Prophet and the Faceless Void are so close to it. It doesn't feel equal though, Avery. Feels like that Faceless Void BKB is a little bit more powerful.
It's a little better here, especially when you have nothing to go through it except that punch, which pretty hard to burst this guy down in a single punch.
Yeah.
Fury on BKB could be really influential though. If Sumail can, you know, TP, if he finds one of these supports at the start of the fight and pick his point and just take one of them out, could be huge. If he gets jumped first, all that goes out the window. You might also want to save buyback. That could be really influential in the Roshan fight. You have 2 lives on this Fury and he can come back instantly.
Oh, there goes that Aghanim Scepter. Pure spotted that one. Worth the Observer Ward, as I'm sure Nigma Galaxy know that it's warded up there, but they can't afford to worry about the other side of the map. They're focusing on controlling Roshan. Smoke on both sides. I mean, that's a stalemate.
That's a 4,000 net worth courier right there. How do you start the fight if you're Nigma Galaxy? That's what you're thinking right now. I mean, they would love for someone to wander in and you just toss them back, but that is not going to happen when you have wolves to scout.
And if you're BB team, time is on your side, right? You don't have to force anything here.
Oh yeah, Pure is telling the team, yo, good job. I'm back in the game. I'm farmed up. I have BKB. I'm just going to continue to scale from here on out. I'm a big problem for them. No pressure on us.
Nigma Galaxy can start working the map. That's always the advantage of a Nature's Prophet, as he runs down lanes with Treants and Mjolnir.
Do Nigma have a gem? They don't have one yet. So they're pretty reliant on playing around these sentries with the wolf scouting. Level 20 puck already, so you got that Waning Rift cooldown on top of the Octarine. That's where this hero just becomes almost impossible to kill.
Yeah. Sumail, he's got his level 20, as well as Ghost. A little bit extra Conjure Image duration to help with the map pressure. I mean, Nigma Galaxy, they, like, yes, they would like this Roshan to happen faster, but they also have the time where the Nature's Prophet and the Terrorblade Illusions can push in these side lanes and start forcing BB team to break apart a little bit. And maybe that presents an opening.
I do feel like we see Nigma get in this position a lot, though, where they're just kind of waiting outside Roche, waiting for an opportunity as if they're unsure of what the correct play is. They don't want to aggressively smoke into BB, but the problem with waiting is it's at a loss. Like, BB are farming more of the map. They're eventually going to get some lanes in. You know, Pure is just showing top right now. And this is normally information you're using to make some decision. You're either going to smoke off this, you're going to force the Roshan, you're going to try and go to their high ground and deward or something. Letting him get away with this, it just feels like too much wiggle room.
He was just level 18. Now he's got that crucial level 20 talent, where all of a sudden the Faceless Void has a massive damage upgrade inside Chronosphere.
He's gotten so much out of these last few minutes. His damage has gone up considerably. He's halfway to MKB now.
Nigma Galaxy, I mean, just at this point in time, you haven't forced anything for the last couple minutes. Maybe you're just waiting out for Roshan to go to the other side, because it's still a minute away, and then it goes up to the top side of the map. You have that Radiant Outpost to play with.
Mid tower's having technical difficulties.
Feels like they're also just out of smokes.
I mean, look at
They
BBT,
just
man.
bought
They're
one.
just like, we're all over the map. We've left.
They have no intention of grouping up here. This is what I'm saying. The lead is just going BB's way.
We left the creep inside of the Roshan pit. We know you're not doing it, but if you want to try, go for it.
You have to make a play call here. You just bought the smoke, and it just came up. Insta-pop. They've decided to go for it. There's a power rune top. Not a
Brother,
bad
they're
one.
doing Tormentor right now. This is just flat out unacceptable.
That's the Lycan shard, too. You'll take that every day of the week.
All right,
I mean, if
doesn't have
Nigma,
to buy it.
can you end up... I don't think you can end up smoking to this corner of the map. They might try and look for someone who's farming their way back, but yeah, they just full U-turn.
BKB, level 20, Faceless Void, BKB on the Lycan. Now he's got a shard. Now you've got Aghanim Scepter on the Disruptor. It feels like there's just crucial items flowing in for BB Team. Nigma Galaxy, maybe they find a massive opening though. It was all worth the wait if they can kill this Disruptor and then do more with it. It can't just be a pickoff. It's got to be taking this fight to Roche and seeing what BB Team do.
I'll be honest, I've seen some crazy smokes in my time. That might have been the craziest one that somehow ended up working. They did an entire map cross into another half map cross into randomly run into the 5.
Look at Pierre again. Again, on the opposite side of Roshan saying, go ahead. If you want Roche, you can take it. And Nigma Galaxy will oblige.
But do BB want to give it up here? They just got Parasma on Puck. They have BKB on the Lycan. This is a fight they can take, especially with Chrono around the pit. And once more, Nigma Galaxy hesitating on this play, right? Not making a 100% call to go for Roche. They'd rather take the fight. This could be correct, but it feels like this Roche has been in the making for 5 minutes now.
Yeah, Pure joins his team in this smoke, and now the Disruptor is back into play.
Look for the tiny jump. It means so much for Nigma Galaxy here.
What does he got to get?
He's got to find something, either Disruptor or
They see this
target.
Disruptor. They're after him. They've got the lane ward to be able to spot him out. They know he's on the edges here, but can they get to him? A Rolling Thunder tries to chase him down and Faceless Void. They will lock down the Nature's Prophet, sure, but you already lost your Disruptor. It's going to be crucial heroes dead on both sides for the team fight. Puck, maybe he can get away off this blink, manage to get a coil onto GH. He wants to deal with these safe supports, and Pure, he can help him out with the damage. They got to bounce away from Ghost.
They're just kiting him out right now. They know the control is gone.
Yeah, no Rolling Thunder, and now the buybacks on the supports. BB Team, they just back away. They call it quits.
Gotta respect the Terrorblade. His damage hurts, though.
3,000 damage. Up on a single hero, and look at GPK, he's still bouncing in and out right on top of Nigma Galaxy. They don't know what to do about him.
They can't do anything about him. Double support buyback, you still can't find this Puck, and your meta's about to wear out. So do you have the confidence to go for Roche here with the ultis on cooldown? It looks like the call from Ghost is no. This Roche will continue to get delayed.
And that pretty much guarantees that there's going to be another fight with another Chronosphere.
Yep.
Similar timings here on the cooldowns of both Metamorphosis and Chronosphere.
And Pure, he finished MKB, so that Butterfly starting to lose some values. It just feels like PB are outscaling them here. This game has been slowed down. It's been delayed.
I just cannot believe how much they overextended themselves for that Disruptor kill. I mean, Sumail committing for that kill had to have known that he was going to get chronoed.
I mean, he has to, right? Like, you have to take this Disruptor out of the fight. It's too deadly for your cores.
GPK? Oh yeah! A coil static storm with an Aghanim Scepter, a snowball pickup. Sorry, GH, all that does, it put you in the kill zone. Pure will go to work on Sumail. There's just nothing Nigma Galaxy can do about the team fight now.
This game is slipping away one fight at a time. You're getting outscaled. You're getting out-controlled. You need too many items to power through it right now. And that man right there, GPK, he salvages mid-game and he is taking over the late game. Suddenly, Pure has all the damage he needs. The fights are just becoming too easy. You throw out the coil, you throw out a soulbind, you land a static storm. That fight is just probably over. There's no way to bail it out like last game. There is no supernova to save you this time around, and a beautiful jump from GPK gives them a two-man static storm on two of the best targets you can hope for.
Radiant's gone and fortified their structures.
And you said it. It's a hard game at some point in time to deal with this Faceless Void, to deal with the puck and all the mobility they have. It's also not a great game now for the GH saves. All right, if that means he's still going to be locked inside of Static Storm when he goes in for the snowball, then you can't make the same kind of miracle plays that he did with the Supernova saves from game 1.
Nope, it's just not in the cards. I mean, you can get BKB on Tusk. You know, blink BKB, you can go that route, but it is not the utility route he went this game. Does not have the gold for it. It's a long way away. This is a huge window for BB to try and just end this game, especially pushing towards these 25 talents. You have backtrack coming. You just got Coil Pierce's debuff immunity. I mean, this lineup scale is just insane. And of course, Save, he eventually got to Dark Tortured in this game. That is another spell you have to worry about. You give up a big link with this Terrorblade on top, you're going to be playing against a very strong Terrorblade illusion.
Scotty, also a big increase in survivability for this Faceless Void. It seems impossible for them to be able to burst him down now.
Yeah, the items are just rolling in. This is BB's game to take right here if they don't botch some sort of terrible high ground. Hex on Sumail gives you a little bit of hope. This means you can go in and try and take out the puck or the void. This is some of the control that they have lacked for a lot of this game. That means if you go in, you pop BKBs early, you ignore Static Storm, you have a chance to burst down one of these big targets with Chain Stun between the Hex and the Tiny. That's what you have to look for here.
Well, Terrorblade, meet your own illusion. Hermshoke's going to be running his own TB illusions down lanes. So that, alongside the Lycan Shard, alongside a 15,000 net worth lead, it kind of takes all the gas out of Nigma Galaxy's map play that they were doing in the first 30 minutes.
They will smoke, though. Bold smoke attempt. Into that Aegis. If you run into the Faceless Void first, the fight is just going to be impossible. You have to find the backside of BB's formation. Find those supports, find the puck, find the disruptor.
What can they do with this? They get into the high ground. That's already a decent start. And they spot the Grimstroke, hit him with the Rolling Thunder. The team can't quite jump in as aggressively, but they've already killed the Grimstroke. That's a great start.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Negative Scepter, give it over. Wolf Bite on the Faceless Void. He's going to jump in 3-man Chronosphere, and he starts going to work on Ghost. Can he kill Ghost? Easily. Can he kill more? Without a doubt. He's already taken out 2 supports, and oh my god, Sumail just made mincemeat. They can kill a hero, maybe 2, but once Pure gets involved, it's all over.
Dude, that wolf fight was straight nasty. A wolf above time just demolished them in a second. No hesitation to Chrono GBK there. He's like, brother, you carried the early game. I'm going to carry the late.
And Pure, I mean, he's known for these sort of calls. He knows how to end games when they've got an advantage. He's just going to go straight for the tier 4s. Nigma Galaxy left with only 2 buybacks here.
He got glimpse to Fountain. Oh, I thought he got glimpse. I guess they will defend it here with buybacks, but...
Our BB team actually going to back away because you still have a minute left on this Aegis.
Nah, you have Aegis, you push it.
Yeah, Pure doesn't even need Chronosphere to be a threat. They get a couple of the buildings and will actually give respect. Nigma Galaxy.
Okay. I mean, that's a defense.
Hold on for now. Wait.
Or is it?
Or is the Wolf Bite?
He's just going in.
The Wolf is at your door. He's knocking the damn door down. That's going to be Barracks gone yet again. And Pure waits for his next victim. New pulled back in from the glimpse. All right, got the Rolling Thunder out of him. Time walks. Wait, I'm back in. Hit by an avalanche. But of course, even if they could kill him, he still has that extra life. GH, he throws out the punch just to try and save his own life. Miro's going to chase after. Oh, 1,000 damage crit to finish him off. Got him inside the Sprout. And Miro doesn't actually have a way out of this one. The Quelling Blade's still on cooldown. But what about the rest of them? Side the Vice. Put onto the Faceless Void. They ignore him for now. Coil onto 2. Onto Nature's Prophet. Pure's going to jump in after him. And he's got the Nature's Prophet. Again, he does not need Chronosphere to just knock you down. Just full-on auto attacks all the way through. A click into the base. Whether it's heroes or buildings, they will all fall. Unless Pure can be locked inside the fountain. No, good try. But he's going to kill you in the fountain. Is that what you wanted? Because you can have it. Into the fountain goes Pure. He wipes out Nigma Galaxy. in their own fountain to push us to a Game 3.
We've had a lot of 2-0 series today, but finally this crowd will get what they deserve. A Game 3, the last game of the night, with maybe one of the most anticipated teams. Couldn't ask for more in this series.
This game, it showed that they knew how to try and deal with the tempo and what you need to do to shut down BB, right? The Tusk doing the snowball saves, and even at the end of the camera, right? Kind of feels defeat. He's got relief. That's probably a better way of describing it. Because his early game, Omar on the Tiny, Noob on the Pangolier, they had his number. So many times he'd enter the engagement, instantly die. He was like 1 and 5 on the Void. He gets the BKB, and suddenly he lights up. He enters the game. But yeah, BB, they're struggling in the early game. This time around, they found the way to come back.
Yeah, this is where BB just really uses the elusiveness of the puck and Lycan's strength in wave shove, and they just made space. That is what Pure needed this game. That's what he needed last game too on the Lone Druid. But this time around, he is a Faceless Void. He's going to outscale pretty much everybody, and he's going to give them the solutions that they need to win. They just needed to get him there, and that they did.
There's also like one point, I think it was a couple minutes ago in this game from the highlight we're seeing now. Nigma still had an okay position, and I think Pure was looking to get like a BKB, but then maybe also an MKB. And he got both those timings without anything really happening from the Nigma side. I think there's a lot of pressure coming to you, especially when you look at BB Team's lineup, you know you are on a clock with the own draft you have. You know that it's coming in a couple minutes, you need to make something happen, you don't find it, it starts creeping up, and I think it showed a lot in their gameplay towards the end.
I mean, their draft was very heavy on pickoff, very heavy on like snowballing from lanes, maybe running together early, getting that first Aegis, trying to run them down, but they did not have the team fight to punch back into BB Team's team fight. Like we saw in that highlight just now, when they were dropping Static Storm on the Terrorblade, there really wasn't counterplay. It's not something that a snowball can save you from. You can't blink into the Static Storm. So when you're playing against this overwhelming team fight later on, you have to just find a way to like isolate targets, play the map yourself, and BB Team just did not let them.
Yeah, I mean, the positioning was somewhat flawless from the supports, right? And of course, that's because of GPK on the puck. He's always going in, like you've already mentioned, FE Kezu with the Lycan, but once you have that recipe, the supports truly shine, right? Katomi on his Disruptor, constant Thunder Strikes playing in tree line. There was a top fight as well where he's on like 200 HP. He doesn't leave the fight, he hugs the tree and then save. It felt like every single engagement, there was a Soulbind that was turning things around. Be it a preemptive Soulbind to stop the snowball when he jumps in, or it's one just binding the Pangolier. So I think the support had an incredible game.
They did have an incredible game. And to be honest, Nigma Galaxy, for those first 10, 15 minutes, they had an incredible game too, Effie.
They really did. And who I wanted to focus on in particular was their offlane. I mean, this last game too, they had Pure's number. This game, same exact thing. As you see here, BB Team actually did a single pull under tower, which is a rare mistake, I would say, but because of this, they were able to chase them with the addition of the Fury on TPN. You get a little bit of bonus damage from Sprout, but you initially get that first kill on the Disruptor. And I just don't think this single pull that they made is something they would have done versus another team. Maybe a little bit disrespectful, but because of this, they're just like keeping it up. They have the double jumps on Pango. They just run down Pure here, and they make his life very difficult. Right after this, there's this really nice ward that Ahmed has, scouting out Pure's career. He placed that like a few seconds ago, and because of this, he's able to snipe the Helm of the Iron Will. Like Faceless Void, who's already struggling on lane, loses that bonus regen, loses that bonus armor. And because of the great start they had, this skirmish here, which looks like it may have gone well for BB Team, goes the complete opposite. Noob lives through the initial burst, in comes Sumail on that Nature's Prophet, and they kill Pure one more time.
Yep. Critically, Nigma are showing that they want to shut down Pure. In Game 1, Game 2, they've done an exceptional job. And going into Game 3, they're probably going to do it again. But the draft needs to ensure that they're not on this like snowball timer, right? Like when you look at their heroes, if they aren't crushing the game, hitting racks with the first Aegis on Terrorblade, the game will get difficult.
Yeah, because we knew that if they fall behind or the game goes even, it's going to eventually be hard for them. And especially when you play against GPK Puck, it's one of the best like hero-player combinations with not so many like stuns yourself, so you have to build an Orchid or a Hex. Like, the game is just not in your favor.
No, it is just not the later the game goes. And I do believe, Kezu, you wanted to show us something regarding how rich both teams were in this game.
Yeah, because I mean, as we've mentioned, Pure had a really bad time early on. Like you can even tell, like earlier, he's sitting at 3K net worth minute 10. Like this is his inventory. You know, with the laning stage that we showed, he got his courier snipe. So there's a 2K deficit. But when we go later in the game, and if this does ever happen in this matchup, TB has to play from ahead in net worth. If he goes even or falls behind, the game nearly becomes a GG straight up. So here, Pure at the 40-minute mark, he's not only 2K gold ahead, there's some stuff like off-screen too. He has Wolf Bite, he has AC Aura, other stuff being pumped into him. So yeah, when the game reaches this state with the heroes that were picked for both sides, BB team were always going to take the win.
Not only that, it's like you have to survive a Chrono, an Ag Static Storm from the Disruptor. On top of that, the controller, there's so much scaling on BB that you need to play a flawless game on Nigma.
Yeah, and it kind of takes me back to the very start of the draft, Effie, because we traded they traded the Nature's Prophet for the Lycan, or vice versa, however you want to look at it. It seemed like even though BB team was second pick in this, they felt like they got the better trade.
I would say so. Like I'm in the camp that of the heroes that you don't want to give away to Miro, I would put Lycan top of the list.
It's
like
true.
he has played exceptional on that hero, not just at TI, but throughout the entire year. Back when Alpha Wolves were the thing and everyone was doing it and it was cool, he was doing it way before everybody else. But when you have this hero that is also able to enable your carry in the late game with the Wolf Fight, you're just making it harder for yourself because it is Pure. He is going to play hyper carry most of the time.
Yeah, he did a fantastic job. And speaking of wolves or Ursa Bears or any kind of creeps you could get with the Helm of the Dominator, there sure were some creeps pushing about, weren't there, Purge?
There were maybe too many creeps potentially, and that was because they were so far behind in this early game. The Fates' Void was sitting at a meager 2,900 net worth compared to the other heroes that we're comparing them to. It just did not look good for him. But the Helm of the Dominator build, and I've seen this before by other players, you start it right away for the Void, and what you're doing is you're just increasing your farm speed while also giving you regen. And they really needed to get that net worth because the pressure on the map was gigantic. They were just getting kills all over the place. We saw this gank already, but this is the dive under the tower. They had to Chronosphere defensively. He still ends up dying anyways. Just a lot of bad situations for BB team. So what they needed to do was just push out side lanes. And this is one of the ways they did it. They basically just use their summons and they throw them down lanes. And there was a very crucial skill actually that we saw at the start of this. It's Howl here. This is a global minus armor ability. So all of the creeps that are being hit by these summons have less survivability. So it makes their summons farm faster and it pushes the waves. That means these waves are away from their towers and it's buying them time to hit creeps. And if they buy Helm of Dominator and their opponents don't and their opponents can't get enough kills or can't pressure towers, that means they just get more and more net worth, which is what they're doing. They're sending these creeps across the map. They're sometimes tanking camps. They're howling off cooldown to push towers, and it's forcing the NGX players to rotate and try to kill them. And if they try to kill those summons, they just use the Helm again on a new creep. That means all the time they spent moving over there doesn't actually accomplish anything. So they again push out summons with these ancient creeps. They damage the towers, they auto attack creep waves. They don't even have to be there. Oh, you almost killed that one? Well, actually he did get that one, but then they resummon again with the final creep. So just very, very obnoxious play. I dare say a little cheesy because they're getting lots of farm on the map. It eventually wins them the game because they had such good late game heroes, but ultimately really bad laning stage. But I think this is all just part of the plan.
Thank you very much, Purse. It was part of the plan, and it was a good plan, and it makes me wonder why did the teams ignore Lycan in the first draft? They didn't completely ignore it. We saw it banned in the overall last phase of bans, but it felt very strong. Kezu, where do you go with this game number 3 that we have coming up?
I think if you're Nigma, you want to try to do something similar, like play aggressive, because you can see it works, but maybe you don't have to like first pick a Nature's Prophet or like maybe like all in this stuff, like keep your scale, keep like the fact that the game is still simple for you. Like play aggressive, but have like a backup of I can scale on this guy, we have stuns here, we can go together. Just play the normal Nigma stuff, keep it cool. They can still be happy with what they've done so far.
I mean, they fell into a classic drafting trap. A hero is always banned against you. You finally get access to it. You instantly pick it up, and then you kind of have to draft something that you never really draft, right? So I feel like coming into this game, they're not going to fall into that trap because maybe they ignore Nature's Prophet. Maybe they just go, okay, you know what? We can't really play this hero against them. Or if they do pick it, it just goes into carry, and they find solutions elsewhere. But I think they just fell for a trap.
Yeah, and I also think that the puck forced them to pick that Tiny at the very end just because they lacked that instant disable. They lacked that means to play quickly and have something outside of just a Sprout. It's really not enough in the early game or just an Ice Shards. And then you're put in a position where support Tiny, like he's been a lot weaker than he has. Like he played a great laning stage, but it's going to get to a point where everyone's pushing waves with their helm. Your Tiny is just hiding, looking for a tossback, and he's not going to be able to scale or provide you with like a win condition team fight the way that other supports can.
I will also say, like, one thing for a BB team, like, in this mid-game, if I'm the rest, like, sure, I feel pretty good. Like, Miero, GPK, and the supports, I think they did really well. But if I'm a BB team fan or, like, a teammate, I kind of want to maybe talk to Pure or, like, see if everything's fine. Because I think his early to mid-games in these first 2 games, they were really not that good. So in order for them, I think, to take the game 3, like, nicely and feel better about it, like, maybe have a quick chat, what do you want to play, help each other, like, feel good. Because, yeah, first 2 games, not as good as I would hope from him.
Yeah, and I'm sure that the teams are going to have a quick chat right about now. We had a little bit of a chat, but we're now going to have a little bit of a watch to another short film contest contribution. It is Director's Cut. Massive respect, a man of many talents there. I mean, I'm sorry, that was obviously all different heroes, different actors coming into play. Teagup, just like we have 10 different heroes on the stage in just a moment. We still have to wait a little bit more before the draft of game number 3. And there's one thing that I don't feel we got to talk about at all today, the entire day. I want to talk about momentum, because I think more than any other team we've seen today here on the main stage in Hamburg, for these 2 teams, momentum, Teagup, plays a big part.
It does. I feel like, especially for Nigma, they're very much the vibes team of the top 8. They're the ones that I feel like if they can keep their spirits high, then they have a chance of a comeback. You know, when they walk back out, I'm pretty sure, you know, if the audience can inspire them in the final, you know, 5 seconds before they walk into the booth, then yeah, but both of these teams, they are like the emotional teams. They play on, you know, the success of each other feeling good.
I mean, for sure. And also BB team, they should be very happy. Like, maybe it's a little bit shaky, but you claw it back, you get the win, and you were down a lot. Like, players look at the graph after you lose. If you can come back from a game like this, you're not going to be scared in this next game if you lose the early game, if something goes wrong in the lane. It's like, guys, doesn't matter, I'm going to do this, let's play for this timing. They're going to be chilling.
The question is, will the last 2 laning stages have lit a fire in Pure to show them what's up and say, no, I will win a laning stage against you? Or has it actually gotten his motivations even lower? Because when you're going through these long games and you have a tough early game and you've got to play another, that doesn't feel good.
I do feel like Pure said he's very confident in himself. So this is one of the times where I think maybe overconfidence is even good. So you don't like judge your own abilities, like whatever, you know, like I was low HP, you pulled, it's okay, it happens next time. Let's talk to each other. I'm expecting a more stable game.
I think my only concern for them is normally in this adjustment, you say, okay, give him more priority in the draft. Don't pick him blind and then don't enable Nigma to counter. But he's been counter-picking Noob in Game 1 and Game 2, right? He saw what he was playing into the off lane, he picked his carry, and then loses the lane. I think that's what kind of compounds to feel worse after you win the Game 2, and he has that frustration. It's because he's had the information, he's had everything. So coming into Game 3, I fully agree. They need to have had a chat on how to make him feel better, because even if he loses his lane, he can't feel defeated. He needs to have that spirit of Game 2 to bring that comeback potential.
Yeah.
I mean, there's also another approach they could take if they want to give him a break a little bit, is that they could just choose to fully enable GPK and give him like a carry from mid type of hero. Like we've seen Invokers at this tournament do well. He's one of the best Invokers in the entire world. That could be something that they've talked about backstage. But at the same time, you don't want a team to lose faith in their carry in a Game 3.
And then I want to also talk about Nigma Galaxy's road to victory here in Game 3. All 3 games, we talked about it, they do well in the laning stage. But even Kezu in Game 1, where they did manage to take it in the end, it took a long time to close out the game. How will they manage to make it more cohesive and basically win that laning stage, as they have done, but also transition that into victory faster?
The most simple way, I think, to put it is to make sure that they understand what they're either waiting for or playing for, so that you do it together. It's like, okay, we're going to get Aegis, then we're doing this. Okay, guys, I'm 1,000 gold from BKB. Let me get this. We're going to take these last outer towers. When we team fight, we're going to do this. Because they're doing really well early on. I think they're doing all the right steps, but then something is lost in between. Like, they skip one step.
I think it's because Noob is not he's not that good at being a comeback player. He needs to control the lane and have tempo. And in Game 1, Beastmaster, incredible. Game 2, he has an okay lane. It then kind of like falls apart a little bit, and then he kind of just drifts away in the game. So I think here, he needs to have an incredible lane, and everyone needs to rally around him the entire time. So I want consistent Noob pressure on the map and not allowing him to fall off, especially he's playing Pango into Puck and Grimstroke. He can't shine. He has to kind of be sacrificial from the draft and from like minute 0, basically.
Yeah, and we knew that that Pango was going to be countered already pretty heavily from the get-go. Let's see who's being set up for success, though, in our upcoming final deciding game.
BBT Galaxy, Game 3.
BB Team or Nigma Galaxy, one of these 2 teams will secure top 6 in just one game of Dota 2 to be played. For this game, we got BB Team on the Radiant side, we got Nigma Galaxy on the Dire side, and it is first pick going to BB Team. That does mean overall last pick for Nigma Galaxy, and they might be able to use that to their advantage in this one.
I mean, it's I believe in this series, the second pick team has won.
Yes.
In both the last 2 games, so at least for now, Nigma should feel pretty okay with that. Also gives you a bonus ban, so yeah, as we kind of wanted, take out the Miero Lycan. Don't want to play against that one more time.
I'm just thinking about what T mentioned about what he wants to see coming out of Noob, and the heroes that you can rally behind from the offlane that are always contested are going to be the Lycan and the Beast, but there's also the Undying that's fallen off today. We haven't seen much of it. We've seen it go ignored in a lot of the drafts. Like, would you like to see something like an offlane and Undying potentially?
Yeah, I mean, offlane Undying, Primal, like any hero that from lane has a clear identity. This is how we take an objective by your presence. I think that kind of formula is when I see Nigma shine the most.
There's also Bristleback.
Sure. He was one of the major kind of pioneers of Snot Rocket, always going for kind of utility and auras, whilst Amar would go for the red facet, seeing red, and go and punch people.
And we were talking about confidence going into this 3rd game. I think overall first picking Puck,
yeah,
it screams confidence.
It does, and I think they're just kind of daring Nigma, like, do you guys understand what I'm gonna do on this hero if you leave it like you did last game? So yeah, Nigma, I mean, you know, if a team is gonna first pick a core, you better answer it. So you're gonna have, you know, people that buy Orchid, maybe your Void Spirit, maybe your Instant Stun with a DK.
They do have 5 chances to counter it, so we'll see if they are successful.
They'll take a few, I'm sure.
And there's still also the Disruptors and the Silencers, and you just start small and simple with a support. Shaman's gotten a lot less popular, but it is still something that you can play around when you see a first phase Puck.
I feel like also this is going to be on Sumail. I think if you make your call here what you want, because most likely this should be a mid. Sure, you can flex it like in those type of off games, go to a side lane, like dodge some spells and like feel good about playing it support, but I feel like this should have been Sumail's call on what he wants ultimately against the Puck.
Well, he'll have the chance of taking the Nature's Prophet. Of course, it's still a flex, but potentially this was just his call.
I mean, it does give them some more help in the draft because, yeah, it can be flexed, which is nice. I don't think this hero counters Puck. Like, yeah, you buy Orchid, but he can buy Yules, and then you're kind of back to ground zero, right? Sure, it gives you tempo.
Maybe they really liked what it offered in terms of lane presence.
Yeah, I think so.
BB Team are a team whose identity have been tied to their laning stage for a very long time. When you talk about them, everyone says best laning team, or they were the best laning team, and that is how they build their advantage. But today versus Nigma, they have not been winning lanes. And Profit's early game presence on the side lanes made it so that they had built that 6k net worth lead in the first place.
And so, because what do you do now? I would like them to cover it like from other roles, right? That you have an answer for the puck. It could be Mars offlane who rushes Yules, you get the Yule spear, you have Nature's who plays fast to you, like some stuff like that. Maybe you do pick the silencer that you mentioned, Effie, that you have like the global, you force the Yules, maybe you get a spell that when he uses himself, it sets up for your stun to do something like this.
I mean, that's another form of silence. I think Ahmed played a really great game on it in that game 1, but alone it's not enough. You need some form of follow-up, like a disable to stack on top of the calling.
Each hero is getting one step closer to countering the puck, but not hard countering, right? The Prophet can buy an Orchid. The Murta could hit the silence, right? We're yet to get the perfect answer.
I mean, if you're a BB team, or what I like from them are the bans, like they have not beat Ghost Troll, so just take it out second phase. You know they're gonna take it on a double pick. This is kind of interesting because I saw Kateomi play this in pubs. I would say if you have a really good mid player, it can enable you to just play Oracle. I wouldn't say this hero is a good laner, but just knowing where the runes are, playing through your mid, making sure to buff them up, and like keeping people alive. And it's also a purge. Like right now, we're expecting puck to get countered through items. Oracle can take it off, you can save your mid guy, so I'm okay with it.
And they don't really have jump for the Oracle. Sure, Furion with a shard can try to TP on him, look for him, and kill him with that Orchid, but if you don't have vision of this Oracle, there are no heroes that are stopping him from saving this puck. Whatever plan that they have for puck, fixed by the Oracle so far. They need to draft jump right now on Nigma.
Or ways to just localize a fight, control the fight in an area, because BB, they excelled so much at kiting, right? They kept poking and prolonging that previous engagement, even when they're behind, to ensure that they could come back into the game. Right now, it's the same thing, right? Oracle just hide in the trees, Puck will do all of this information gathering, and once the fight develops to be healthy for them, that's when you enter the fight, and at any minute, Oracle will save you.
So what's the most likely? There should be a save hero, like you just pick your mid with your double sub, you want to play through your Puck, he knows where the runes are going to be, like make it happen.
I wouldn't mind if they ran back the Grimstroke in case they're worried for another Pango to come out. Sure, they did lose, but a big part of the loss was the Pango getting countered. So Grim does come out. I think you do have to keep that in mind, because if you don't pick it here, it'll be taken away. But with this Grimstroke, you need to also have a hero that it enables. It's not going to Inksel the Puck or the Oracle. So, you know, just a classic stun hero from Miro, like a Centaur or something, would be fine.
Yeah. Even if they don't pick it, Soulbind alone is kind of conceptually broken enough that the hero is fine to be picked without any assistance.
But now you definitely don't look at that Pango again.
No, please, yeah, don't.
Get your jump some other way, and their jump will be the Mars here with that Blink Arena.
I mean, I like this for multiple reasons. First of all, you can go the Yules route if you want. Also, you can take the facet where people don't see inside of the arena. Oracle and Grim it becomes impossible for you to save unless you have something cool happening to grant you the vision in the arena.
And a good thing with the Tusk pickup, they're keeping the Nature's Prophet able to go carry in mid, because Tusk Nature's Prophet, strong lane that can go into most of the offlane combos, right? So if Sumo sees it from mid, he can take it. If Ghost wants to take it, like it's not as if it's a weak flex now. It's a very strong flex, and they get to utilize the last pick in the draft really nicely.
So let's see. If you're a BB team, I feel like you have a couple options. You could pick Miro's offlaner that pushes the Prophet into mid, because I feel like, sure, it allows Nigma to do what they want, but in my opinion, it helps my Puck play his game, because there won't be a new Sumail pick. So you pick an offlane stun with Miro, that's good with Grim.
What happened to Dawnbreaker? Like 3 weeks ago, even in early road, we'd be talking about Dawnbreaker here.
Its win rate has been pretty bad,
yeah.
I think. But for me right now, this is a question, because this is the strongest pick out of any pick order. This pick to close out the second phase. Are they going to give it to their carry, or have they decided to just shift away from him for the series?
And to answer my own question, if they were to pick Dawnbreaker, then they don't have a natural hero to stand up front. They're always waiting for someone to get jumped. Hence why it's probably not going to
You go in. No, you go in.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
No one wants
and
to
then Pure will have to play that hero. So I can see why they're not going Dawnbreaker, because Pure will be forced into a frontlining carry. Of course, Centaur happily able to frontline with auras and Stampede. Sure, Arena's going to mitigate the Stampede, but in regards to play, you are going to be keeping your supports alive.
I mean, nice and easy, right? You get the good Inkswell combo that they were looking for. A nice way to win the lane. Sure, there's Arena versus Stampede later on, but you're not really picking the Centaur for Stampede here, just for stability.
And later on, potentially an extra save with the cart. Always fun.
Let's see. So BB team have to pick out of phase, which will be, of course, it will be Pure's hero. You're not. I mean, he's not laning with the strongest laner in Oracle, so it's not. Maybe there's a couple heroes he would like that he's like, never mind, we can't do it.
I think like Anything? Oh, wait, Monkey's first phase. That's it. Okay.
Is Centaur enough to sway the Nature's Prophet away from the safe lane, or you're still fine with it?
I think Nature's Prophet is fine carry with the Tusk because you can actually kill the Centaur in certain situations, and then you give Sumo all the information to find the perfect mid pick. But they just take away some of fewer staples, the Void and the Ursa. Of course, in the first phase, they took away the Monkey King. Any of these tempo carries that can join his team is kind of what they're looking for.
Yeah, I know he didn't look amazing on game 1, and I think we hated on it a little bit, but I would say that this is a pretty good lone druid game.
Yeah, I was thinking, what if this lone druid just comes out?
It's like an OG counter against Mars. Like, you don't really die in arena, you're tanky, you beat him in lane because he wants to whittle you down and you just keep healing up. You have Inkswell with the bear, it works with Stampede.
And Troll is banned this time.
But Nigma Galaxy did such a good job hunting down that bear, and a large portion of that was Omar's Muerta. Okay, they banned it out themselves. They must have a plan. They do have a plan. Their Templar Assassin was still in the pool.
It's a good TA game. Nothing really threatens her refraction, and it's a strong lane versus Mars. She should not be under any duress or kill threat unless multiple heroes are collapsing on her lane. It's also one of Pure's biggest comfort heroes, and as we mentioned, he did not have the best day today. So giving him this hero at this game 3, maybe it's just what he needs.
And it fits in the card with a range hero.
It very much does.
You want some pacing? The Prophet goes back to mid, and you pick up Alchemist carry.
Ooh.
Radiance blink, you're jumping in, you get an Orchid, but
you get the whole complete
opposite.
Well, but it's still Prophet in the mid lane at least, so it is a carry, and yeah, Morphling. Cool. Repositioning, not repositioning, but he can reposition himself. There we go, better way of wording it. To always find a hero. If Grim or Oracle show themselves for a second, then a Tusk can jump you, the Morph can jump you. They have ways to actually find heroes and kill them. They're not going to be kited like they were in the last game.
Between Phantom's Embrace and Puck's Silence and TA's Traps, though, they can hit a nice timing where it's going to be really hard to play this Morphling if you don't have a BKB. And it'll be a while before Morph gets to that point.
Yeah, I would say that both carries, maybe they got what they want, like a nice carry matchup. You can sit in your safe lane. You're probably not going to get, like, pushed out of the laning stage. And Ghost Morph is very, very good, but I am a little afraid for Nigma in this draft. I will say overall, Nature's Prophet mid is an incredibly volatile hero. BB team, I feel like their support duo is very good. They have good team fight. They should be getting the first Aegis. So I'm hoping that Nigma have a similar start as in game 2 and that they can clean it up.
I'm wondering about tempo, because we talk a lot about this mid lane, and it was the first 2 picks coming into this draft. How do both heroes compare in terms of tempo, Puck, Nature's Prophet?
They're both going to have map play. They're both going to look for the fight, and I think both teams have well-layered lineups that they're going to be able to play a good laning phase, good mid-game, good late game. It's an even draft on both sides, so it's kind of the perfect recipe for a good game 3.
I think that Nigma have this in the late game with their Morphling, but BB team have a much easier time of getting there. Like, their Roche time is very nice. Like, the Morphling is going to be farming for a while. Their Puck looks very strong for a long time until they get more hexes and things like that online. And there is still the big question of the Oracle, right? This Oracle in the backline could disrupt everything if the target you're jumping on as Nigma gets saved.
Yeah, for me, like Nigma, I'm just looking at a repeat of game 2. Like, Sumail in the mid lane, be aggressive, go to the off lane. Hope that Omar and Noob have a good time in this lane because they need that. Allow Ghost to play in the safe lane. Let him be alone. Let him play a Morphling game. Get towards your Vlads, Manta, chill it out. Other people have a good time because BB team, I just really like what they have going.
Okay, let's see who is going to secure themselves top 6 here in Hamburg. We are heading over to our commentary duo of Cap and SVG to find out what's going to happen.
It's time to get down to business. Game 3 at the International is where teams are truly tested. Isn't that right, Avery?
Well, other than the lower bracket. Because it's Nigma Galaxy. No.
You really just had to kill that intro, huh?
Thank you for the most awkward introduction to TI that I've been in like 10 years. Welcome everybody to Nigma Galaxy versus BB Team Game 3. No lower bracket. Neither one of these teams want to be there. They want to stay in the upper bracket, particularly since the history of teams and that lower bracket final. I mean, I've talked to a lot of teams lately, and they've just been like, yeah, trying to bounce back from the lower bracket at TI is hard. It's even harder if you're here to win. And that's what both of these teams are here for. Both of these teams have been searching for an Aegis lift in quite some time. And we're going to start off this game 3 with a very awkward proposition here. Nigma Galaxy thought they were looking for a first blood. Instead, they have been split apart into 2. Outnumbered, Noob being run down around the map. But BB Team, I guess they don't really have the way to be able to kill him and get it done quickly. They still have to worry about bounty runs.
Well, no harm, no foul. Both teams looking for some early aggression. Don't find it, but you get to back off here. I think this looks like a high level of execution necessary for Nigma Galaxy to win the fights. Because you look at this BB.
And they're off.
No foul. Both teams looking for some early aggression. Don't find it, but you get to back off here. I think this looks like a high level of execution necessary for Nigma Galaxy to win the fights. Because you look at this BB lineup, and man, it has everything. I mean, it's not TI14, so it doesn't have everything, but it's got pretty much everything going for it. You have save mechanics, you have BKB Pierce, you have initiation, you have stuns, you have damage, you have Roshan. It's got a lot going for us, and the onus is on Nigma Galaxy to find these saves on the back side, to land a good arena, to split the fight up, to find disables on the puck, for Sumail to have a good game. And if all of that happens, I think they can take this game 3.
Listen,
that's a lot of execution.
I don't like to call suspect to pauses, but that one was pretty funny. You chase after Noob, you can't get the first blood, and then he snipes your courier, pauses immediately. Oh, sorry, I gotta fix my mouse real quick, guys.
Sometimes you just gotta send a message, you know?
It did send a message. All right, laning phase-wise, we saw that Nigma Galaxy, both game 1 and game 2, were able to get a lot done in some of this early game. I feel like BB Team had cooked up a better idea into game 2, gave themselves a better chance at not being run over, and they did manage to push it late game, where that was definitely where their draft was enabled. What is this game 3 looking like between these two teams?
Probably closer to game 2 than game 1 in terms of Nigma Galaxy want this Furion to control the pace of the game, particularly in the early portion. Ooh. That's a huge kill. We'll get to that in a second. If the side lanes can do better than they did in game 2 and the Furion can connect to them more reliably, I think they showed the power of that going to Pure in this safe lane and shutting him down with the extra numbers and the extra rotations. Yeah, that did a lot of damage to that Faceless Void. If they can repeat that, they can achieve something similar here. TA is a hero that recovers faster, but could have a hard time fighting into the Morph lane in some of the later fights if the Morph lane's a decent enough position ahead of him.
Yeah.
Which should be the case. Like, I expect Ghost to farm on this lane. I think Miro will also farm on this lane. I don't think either core is really going to get shut down. Save should have a better early game. This will be the tough lane for Nigma to rotate into, especially if the Centaur doesn't get chipped down. But the real X factor here is, like, they gave GPK his puck again. And to me, that was the hero in game 2. This puck is what won BB game 2.
Oh, 100%. When they were down, he was the one who clawed it all back for BB Team in that game 2. We had to pick off on Pure. You said we get back to that one. You said the importance of being able to walk away with a win in some of these lanes. That pickup came out of nowhere. A dead shot into a spear. I mean, that takes really cool amount of coordination between these two. Omar and Noob have been cooking on this laning phase.
Showing up on land with the crowd. Girls talked about it for years, right?
Yeah.
This team performs best when the spotlight is at its brightest.
And it was easy to say for, you know, old squad when you still had Miracle in the lineup, but Curl was still playing with them. You could always say, oh, they step it up on land. But the fact that the new guys to the squad are stepping up on land when they're needed most, particularly guys who have been drawing the most amount of criticism, the fact that they have coming through in this series has been a massive win. GH and Ghost, though, maybe they found an opening. A second kill, perhaps, on the docket. A stun goes out, but the snowball pickup once again from GH. It's good, not good enough. A blood grenade turnaround, and it's GH who dies instead.
So hard to win that trade when you lose Lotus This Centaur's untouchable. Still a Fairy Fire on save. Lotus potentially could have been passed in that situation. And this lane's just not the highest damage lane. I mean, Morphling Tusk is fine, but to get aggressive, you have to be really punishing the core and go getting
Oh, no! He went all the way down to agility. He had a full 10 stick charges. He got up to full, and somehow he gets surprised by the stun of the Centaur and just bursted down before he can morph up strength and time.
2 points in that stroke, stealing a lot of damage. This lane can definitely catch you off guard. Kind of reminds me of that Tusk Dawnbreaker lane. Like, if they're on top of you and they get the full combo, they're going to kill anybody. Maybe not Morphling if he gets morph off, but GH is super susceptible here. And if he goes down and this lane becomes rough, you're going to lose some farm on Ghost up here, which is not what you want when you're trying to create this carry differential.
Well, I think it's fair to say that the laning phase has not been the cleanest for either safe lane. It's now Pure under threat, and this one, well, that's just not fair. Outnumbered as Sumail teleports in. They get the pickup on Pure yet again.
I don't think it's possible to avoid 1 or 2 deaths on TA in this laning phase if Sumail commits his rotations to that lane. There's too much easy setup with the Mars Morta. There's too much overwhelming damage for TA to get out of that lane. She's not fast enough. You have to accept a little collateral damage down there if your BB team just power through it and get some stacks up, right? Look for the Ancients, look for the recovery of TA in the jungle. It's definitely doable this game, but Sumail is going to get a lot if he keeps going down there.
So if you know there is likely to be that kind of collateral, why did BB team chose to go for the Templar Assassin last?
Maybe for that reason. If the Furion's going to rotate around and punish the lanes, we want to hear they can at least recover well in the jungle, can give us Roshan later, can contribute to fights early, even if he's behind, right? Just get a Deso Dragonlance up. He can join fights, he can clean up.
A sneaky move, GH, he leaves Ghost alone. You said that's the one hero that can survive through the double burst of Centaur Grimstroke. He's going to add yet another hero. Pure, after all, he just died. He just teleported in. If they could catch him with a 3-man again, Pure trying to be safe, but he got dead shotted. A beautiful position out from Omar, and now Pure desperately needs help. A spear that whiz, but still with Sumail adding a 4th hero to the mix, they are simply outnumbered. Good snowball pickup from GH, and tries to get it with Inkswell, does manage to get it, but still, what a massive win. Nigma Galaxy, now it's gonna be Pure doing a walk of shame perhaps. No, his TP scroll is gonna be back up in 5 seconds, but taking him off the laning phase a 3rd time in a row. That is rough.
He just wants levels right now. Just wants to be left alone to get some experience. Even the CS isn't as important as him getting the experience up off this laning phase. He invested in Raindrop, Wand, Fairy Fires, everything to try and survive that gank. He knew it was coming. Just can't do anything about it. Strength of the Furion in this early game. Wrath of Nature online. Burn charges online. Sumail super strong on the map right now. Just pick your point of attack. Again, I think this Centaur is going to be the hardest target to go on, but you do have damage now with the Furion if he wishes to join. They're going to bring numbers up here. They might be eyeing Miro. It'd be a big kill, big prize, extra experience for Ghost as well.
Got Tomi trying to match GH in this. It's not going to work at all. Gets caught in the process of moving around the map through that gate.
Looking at the Wisdom Shrine. Not going to be here in time, unless
the Furion really wants to commit for it, and he does. He teleports in just in the nick of time, and here comes the reinforcements. A snowball that picks him up, a snowball that hits into 2. Big damage on a save, but still, though, with GPK coming in from behind, he's got a good coil, but he can't seem to do quite enough damage to burst these heroes down. They walk away, the winners of the Shrine of Wisdom, but can they survive? GPK, does he stick around? He doesn't jump to his orb. He needs a little bit of help, and a Wing Rift. He gets over the trees, Save trying to get this angle. He gets it through the neutrals and into all 3. What a swing from Save that helps them collect 2 kills and almost finds the 3rd on the Ghost.
Once again, it is Save and GPK making something out of nothing here, and this puck wreaking havoc almost goes down 1 hit away. He got at least 3 or 4 orbs off in that fight. Just so much damage. 6 orbs off in that fight is ridiculous. And that could have been even more devastating because he solo coiled the Morphling. That coil could have gone on everybody there.
Tag team in the pass play continues. Nigma Galaxy. Oh no, the spear didn't land as GH tried to snowball through. It breaks through some of the trees. And GPK, once again, he knows the name of Sumail and how he's going to be moving around the map. He's got to match it as much as possible. He's got to see his own name up there on the kill feed. He tries to find an opening onto the mid Muerta. Sumail returns back to lane, though. Sumail unable to find his own kill in the bottom lane thanks to a Stampede being used.
It's a big dodge. Again, trying to get levels up on Pure. This means he can get to level 6. No charges for the Fury.
Silence from behind. Too much damage. This trio overwhelms, but so does the GH Omar duo. You get a little bit of help from the Nature's Wrath of Sumail. Still, though, BB team, they'll get a tower out of this, but Nigma Galaxy, they get it too. These two teams are mirroring each other around the map.
These support duos are just setting up so much right now, and they are strong support duos in this game, especially against the carries, against the mid laners. A lot of silence, a lot of disable.
Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty sight.
Helms for both off laners here, just trying to bring the towers down, sustain themselves on lane, but it's definitely Miro getting the better of the situation. This Centaur is fat, man. He got double Morphling kills on the lane, absolute free farm into a tower. This could be a really fast Blade Mail blink, and then he's just a beast in the fight. No one's going to want to put the damage into him at that point.
It's going to be fast, slowed down a little bit by that Helmet Dominator pickup, but the fact that it helps him take this tower.
I mean, he's already got the Blade Mail. Like, this Centaur is just huge.
Yeah, and the way that Centaur pressures map, I feel like this Helmet Dom is going to be really useful for this hero.
Oh, yeah.
Like the way the Tidehunter used to like to build Meteor Hammer, right? Like, this guy just sits in a lane. You don't really want to go for him, but he doesn't have the best way to hit tower. Well, now you've got a tool to do so.
Or he could farm top wave while making the move towards mid.
That's currently what he's looking at, though. The opening does not present itself. So back to the Bounty Runes, double sitting there.
Just going to soak up all this farm. And that backstab to mid is always available if BB want to force it. Kind of a scary move to force, depending on if the supports are off the map, which they are right now. And currently, they're looking for a smoke connection onto GBK. They want to land that calling.
If they can get the Sprout into the silence, beautiful stuff. Execution on point, but Katomi saves GPK for now. Thanks to that Fate's Edict blocking away all that magic damage. They threw a ton of damage at him in that window. The Fate's Edict just blocks it all.
If you don't get on top of the Oracle in these skirmishes, and especially the late game team fights, you are going to be in big trouble. It's going to always bail that first target you go out on, and your lineup is pretty single target focused. Furion, Morphling have to go into one hero. If that guy gets bailed up by False Promise, that entire fight resets. Ghost trying to get active, but it's just not the core you want to be leading the charge on these plays. Like, he's on recovery duty, doesn't have a lot to contribute. The Vlad's isn't even there.
Noob, he knows where Pure is. And just solo kills his courier. Pure recognizing what's coming his way, but there's still going to be a Nature's Prophet. Blocks him out with a Sprout. Beautiful. Gets the Sprout in front of him to ensure that a Quelling Blade will not ensure an escape from Pure. He is stuck.
That's his 5th death in 11 minutes. They have absolutely hounded him.
It's kind of looking like the early game of Game 1, right? Where his Lone Druid was just being hounded non-stop.
Or
GPK.
like Game 2, where his Faceless Void was hounded non-stop.
That's true.
I mean, they have just had his number this series.
And amp damage makes it a whole lot easier, GH. He tried to stick around, tried to pull the aggro off the tower, and does actually do so successfully. No jump to the orb. GPK will get a help from Miro, though. This tower was going to die one way or another. And it's Power Rune after Power Rune, too. I mean, GPK is just having the freest time. Him and Miro, they're loving life.
It's just pure suffering. I think BB would be happy with most of these games this series if it wasn't the damage Nigma Galaxy's inflicted into their safe laner. Just off the pure not to tilt, right? We saw him recover in Game 2. Sometimes it can be really frustrating to be targeted this much.
Yeah.
But you just have to take it and rely on your team to make the most out of the space, right? You're not behind in this game. In fact, you are ahead network as a team. You just have to recognize that and recover, and you'll find your mark eventually. And if you're Nigma Galaxy, you can't rely on the fact that you keep shutting down Pure, and that's enough. As we saw, GPK can absolutely just carry these games on the puck. With the start that Centaur's had, he's going to have his choice of either auras or initiation power to contribute to the fight soon. You need your initiation up. You need abilities to get onto this Oracle and find him at the start of fights. You need the ability to lock down this puck. These are the two biggest problems for you in this game.
There's the blink, 13-minute Helmadom Blade Mail blink. That's crazy timing. Sumail He's got his full-out vessel, so it's not going to be a totally free fight for Miro wherever he chooses to go. He's going to smoke up with save. It's a level 3 Inkswell. The amount of burst damage that's going to come out of this is pretty hefty.
Yeah, that's the thing. The blink is so fast here that it's enabling save off the back of it, because this is the hero he wants to play through the most. And then you have power runes on GPK. He's sitting on a fresh arcane he just popped. He's looking aggressive. A lot of team fight strength for BB team around this mid lane right now. Nigma Galaxy are dodging it pretty successfully.
They are.
Shouldn't lose anybody to this. In fact, it's a re-smoke. It's a big committal in this early portion of the mid game for BB team. They really want something out of this, and Wisdom Shrines just spawned. You're not even going to one of the shrines here. You're just looking for someone out in the open.
Yeah, this feels like the play call here a little bit off. Not finding the kill on the initial smoke, I feel like that one was fine, but the re-smoke and running around still not getting anything. I mean, good call from Nigma Galaxy playing the hard edges of the map in the first place.
Felt like they could have gone either to Wisdom Shrine or bottom tier 1. Like, there were objectives on the map to lead these smokes into. Even if you miss, you're going to get something out of it.
Yeah.
They were just hungry for kills. Swing and a miss. Nigma Galaxy dodge. Some recovery time for the Morphling.
Yeah, both carries certainly need it. Both of them are kind of in the dumps right now when it comes to net worth. I guess the one thing when I was looking at the draft, I really felt like BB team, there was an extremely scary mid-game point where I feel like BB team's lineup can just roll over Nigma Galaxy.
The spell power is immense.
Right, they've got the combination of double initiation tools between their two cores and a Templar Assassin. If they start rolling, they start getting those Roshans, I guess I feel like Nigma Galaxy doesn't have the clear team fight threat to stop them.
Their AoE control is entirely dependent on Arena. I mean, you have like the calling to throw out, but again, the execution just has to be there. You have to connect the right spells on the right targets. You have to land this calling on the puck at some point in the middle of the fight. You have to get an Arena that either catches the Oracle or splits the fight up in a way where this save isn't problematic for you. You ideally need more sources of initiation on your heroes right now. Right now, the fight looks difficult if you just take it head on. Do have a Yule's on noob for some more setup and control. That's what they're looking around mid lane for. It's just so hard. Even if you see GBK, he walks into you, go on him, it doesn't do you any good if no one's checking the Oracle at the same time.
Yeah. They do have the Arena blocking out the vision from the Oracle, but, you know, there's going to be a lot of times where Katomi's not doing it right now, but he might force staff into the Arena. He might drop wards inside of the Arena. It's not a guarantee.
There's a couple small play rounds they have. I mean, you can go for that play. It's just not guaranteed. If it works, amazing. Have to keep that Stampede in mind as well.
Yeah.
So this Arena is a massive spell for Nigma this game. Biggest spell they have to play around. They need to get value out of it. Bit of a standoff right now, though. Dom on Dom action.
Yeah, what is this fight I'm watching right now? It's ridiculous.
Regeneration.
Looks like Save and Miro have got the heads up. Nigma Galaxy. They're moving into this side of the neighborhood.
I have all the vision down here. Nice observer ward, defensive and traps on top of it. In fact, there is just no vision for Nigma Galaxy in general. Look at the sentries across the map. It's all green. No information for Dire to play off of right now. It's just making the moves impossible. Not ideally what you want with Fury. Like, you want to snowball the map more than this. You want to get deep vision out, take away those tier 1s. Tier 1 mid still standing. Tier 1 offlane still standing. A lot of vision, a lot of information for BB team to play around. Makes Sumail's life a lot harder. You just can't TP on anything you see on the map because you don't know where a lot of this turnaround potential is.
Yeah, I feel a little torn because I agree with you. The objectives are not looking good, but this is the third smoke from BB team, and all they've gotten out of it is a 1 GH kill. It does feel like Nigma is failing in their aggression of the Nature's Prophet, but succeeding in dodging BB Team's moves mostly.
Downside is you dodge, they Roshan. Deaths are done for Pure.
Yeah.
And this is the value of the TA. You can give him 5 deaths on that laning phase, but if he hits his timing and takes Aegis, none of it matters.
Noob doesn't want to give it up without a fight, but it's going to be hard to get into that pit without a Blink Dagger. Maybe if they get an early pick off on GPK, but it would require some sentries. They drop one. GPK a little bit too far away. They hit him with the Yules, but he's already been silenced. He can't spear off of that. They can't calling, though. They hit him with a calling. They get him with a follow-up, but they have vision inside, and False Promise bails out GPK and pretty much kills anything that Nigma Galaxy is hoping for. And Spiro jumps in and hits a 3-man ink swell. They have the Avalanche there as well. That's going to slow him down. They managed to get the spear onto the Templar Assassin, but no damage whatsoever. Ghost did a lot, though. Managed to finish out both the Centaur and put the Templar Assassin down to health, and now he's tearing into this Oracle. Where did Ghost come from, and how did he manage to do all that? Pure, he gets caught by Samelix, he teleports back in, and Ghost finds another.
That looked so good for a BB Team. It ended so bad. This Centaur just destroyed them. Reflected a lot of damage, got the double edge off. There was a soul bind. You had Puck throwing spells in. Initiation did not yield you the kill on him. None of it mattered.
Oh, GPK, that was a bold move. Tries to snatch away an Aegis. He will get neither the Roshan kill nor the immortality.
I mean, the Fury on Vessel just didn't work in that fight. Sprout kind of blocked off the ramp. Ghost getting hounded a little bit, but tough target to bring down.
And not only do they fail to take away the Aegis from the pit, they fail to take the first life of the Morphling. It's rare that you're going to see a team do 800 more damage and walk away 0-3 in a team fight.
Very rare, especially if you land a 3-man stomp like that. And your Centaur's the strongest hero in the game right now. You had Inkswell on top of him. He didn't catch all 3 with the stomp. He only caught 1. The Inkswell hit 3. Missed a little damage, but...
I mean, that spear was crucial because the side blades were dicing him up, and Ghost just went to work, man. He was entirely ignored in this fight.
And you used that Oracle save early to kind of trade with Arena. Not a lot that Katayomi can contribute for the second half of that.
Yep.
This Morphling strong, man. He's left unchecked in the fight. Does a lot of damage.
And with this Aegis, they'll lock down the Tormentor, and it's BB Team's turn to have to play a little bit of dodge. Oh, Nigma Galaxy, they faking a little bit. Faking that they're doing Tormentor and looking for a fight instead.
They have really good item timings right now.
Oh, Pure, this would be real nasty.
A 7th death for him.
He blinks back. Ghost tries to get in front of him. Not able to do so. Stampede gets him ahead. Still got him inside the Sprout, but he cuts his way free. Good attempt. They'll just take that momentum to hit the tower instead. They could still go back for the Tormentor anytime they want.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was all the Mjolnir timing on the Furion. Sumail knows if he just TPs in, throws the charge onto the Morphling, he's going to do a lot of damage. The Morphling's going to dice some people up. You have tag team going through there. Calling sort of prohibits this Puck from destroying the fights as much as we saw in that game too. You're strong right now. Try and take as many objectives as you can. 2.5 minutes left on this Aegis. See who gets the shard. Go to Omar.
Guess what's happening?
Not the one you would have run it right now, but it gives you a little more scaling over the course of a long game.
Yeah, might be a nice build-up if we do end up going to late game, which seems entirely possible considering BB Team lost their first Roshan, right? I mean, a Templar Assassin lineup, on paper, this is a lineup that was supposed to get the first Roshan, take some of the map, get second Roshan, start threatening some buildings.
But if you're 0-5 off lane, you are not supposed to get that first Roshan.
That's true. And Nigma Galaxy made sure of that. Surprisingly, though, BB Team are still going to be the aggressors. Not with their full 5 either. They're going to live Pure behind to find farm and go with a 4-man squad to quickly kill the Mars. Can they get out? Sumail, he's going to try and stop them. Centaur and Centaur violence. Mero trying to get away. Ice Shard blocks him in. And he's kind of stuck. He does have BKB. Is he going to pop it and TP out? And can't even get out fast enough. Ghost, he's a bit afraid.
Very awkward for staff. Sprout just messes with you sometimes, and
yeah,
not the BKB charge he wanted to use there.
Not at all.
It's very fast BKB. It's a 9-second duration just to run away. It's looking to scale though. Eyeing up the Shivas. He's had such a good game. Why not, right? Become a big damage threat. This hero can do a lot of damage with the double edge in the late game, with the shard, with the talents. BKB for Sumail will be another big timing for Nigma Galaxy. They're also trying to get that BKB up on Noob. He wanted to go BKB before the blink here on the Mars. See how that decision works out for him in the fight. Less reach potential, less ability to find the best arena. But like you said, you can go in an arena, take away some of the vision, try and burst a target down. BKB helps you just commit head on a lot better.
Radiant's mid tower's in trouble.
Age is about to expire soon. At this point, I mean, I think Pure is just farming for the late game, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's committed.
He's done with this one. He's all right, I'm going to go 50 minutes. I'll see you boys there. My early games have just been way too garbage.
And I guess that opens up the discussion. Is that a reliable strategy? Because that was not plan A for BB team, right?
No. Definitely viable, though. TA is a very strong late game hero. It's not a great matchup against Morphlane here. But it's solid against the rest of the lineup, right? Not a lot of easy refraction burn can be good against Mars. The minus armor is going to be good here for a long time.
And this is also not any Morphlane in the world. This is a ghost Morphlane.
That is true.
Man has played over 1,000 games of Morphlane. It is his best hero by far. And he has been coming up pretty clutch for this squad ever since he stood in for them.
That's a confidence thing, too.
Yeah.
You're on your comfort hero, counts for a lot. And every single Morphling player thinks they're the best Morphling that's ever played the game. That's just how the hero functions, so.
Yeah. We've also seen these Furions as well. Like, it's not just the Morphling, but this Nature's Prophet mid. Sumail's going to keep scaling up, and we saw on the road to TI plenty of carry Nature's Prophets who still managed to win fights 40, 50 minutes in.
Yeah, he can do some work this game. I think it looks a little better for him than last game. The Faceless Void matchup was really tough for him.
Oh, yeah, that was just impossible.
So he will face some similar issues here in terms of standing his ground. On that card. Counts for something. And there's the BKB. This is a nice point to try and force the issue a little bit more. If you're Nigma Galaxy right here, your Furion is very strong, particularly if you can get on that backline. If you can take supports out of the fight, the entire fight will open up.
Radiant's bottom tower's seen better days.
Miro scouting him out. You've got Noob pulling the creep wave with his Helmadom creep while Miro scouts out the jungle and sees, well, for now, all he sees is the Mars. There are still 3 members of Nigma Galaxy close by. Ghost is going to reveal himself, and yeah, BB team, they know this push is coming, and I doubt they're willing to fight it.
Man, everybody got to BKB at the same time. 6 BKBs across all the course in this game arrives within like the last minute. The last big item to come out here is that Ags for save. He's very close, just rushing that Dark Portrait this game. He wants to create a copy of Ghost in the fight. It'll be a very strong illusion this early on.
Yeah.
So that's another interesting item he could sell for too. I mean, he'll get it for the next fight here, but these BKBs potentially rewards who finds the better initiation. And Stampede can be a really strong spell when you're trading out BKBs like this. Allows you to reset and pick a better point of attack. I like that GPK won it as well. I think some pucks would try and skip it here, but I think he is one of those pucks that will always buy it in the games where he feels like he just needs it to be aggressive and get in there.
BB team did this earlier. Now we see Nigma Galaxy. What is with these teams just hanging out as a stack on the corner of the map? I mean, I understand sitting in the triangle, right? There's farm to be had there. So while you're waiting, you can hit neutrals, but
I mean, this feels like what Nigma did with the Roche last year. Like, I've seen them do this as a team across the season. Sometimes they just get an idea, let's sit here for 30 seconds. We have a feeling that they're running into us, and more often than not, they're not running into you.
Well, it doesn't work there, and maybe they'll return to the push. I thought they were just going to 5 heroes into the tier 2. I didn't really see that BB team would put up much of a fight, but
they're gonna fight now. They just got the Ags on safe, so they're fully online. They will smoke wrap if you hit this tower. Assuming they have one. Yeah, they do have a couple left. Might also want to save it here because the Roche spawn is guaranteed in the next 40 seconds. So why take a fight for bottom tier 2 when you can take a fight for Roche?
That is true, and you can get some of the vision down while you know Nigma Galaxy is too far away to do anything about it. Katomi's just able to walk up there, plant a sentry, and maybe sneak an observer ward somewhere around here.
They're going to try and get a good angle. They know Nigma Galaxy has to come and contest this. You have the trap vision, you have the ward vision. You play around it, you're going to be really strong. You also have Shield Rune on GPK. He has just been getting every power rune in this game.
Got the scan on them inside the pit. Nigma Galaxy, though, do not rush themselves.
They have blinks now. This is why they're getting aggressive. Blink on Tusk, blink on Mars. You can finally potentially find that backline at the start of the fight.
GPK, he's going to break it. Breaks the smoke. GH, he drops, but immediately a coil on it too. He goes after, but he's going to be hit by the coiling. He's got the BKB, and they just burst it down. Ghost! He didn't see that initiation coming, and try as you might on Noob to be able to get a good arena here. It's not bad, but it's just Sumail to be able to help you out with the damage. Maybe he can both supports. No, Katomi bails himself out with his own false promise and turns it back around on GH while GPK runs down Omar. Now Noob, who's still contending with his Morphing Illusion, it makes short work of him. All it takes is one stun, and save goes to work.
6 stun chain on that Morphling. At the same time, if you're Ghost and you're running in that river, you have to respect the all-in capability of this BB lineup. He underestimated it, maybe expected a snowball save. None of that came through. They just got 100-0. No BKB pop for this Morphling would have changed that fight drastically. BB get handed a massive kill at a pivotal point in this game 3. And they're going to take the lead here. Pure will gobble up this Aegis, man. It's like, thank you, I can finally not die for once. I can die for twice.
We'll see how that works out for him.
I mean, he's recovered. This hero always recovers. 4 levels higher than this Morphling. Already level 20 talent online. Aegis intact. No Deso charges, but beggars can't be choosers here. So little things add up. And hey, I mean, if he can go in every fight and his team just takes care of Ghost single-handedly, not going to complain. Shiva's already done on Miro as well. All 3 of these cores are scaling into the late game. That's what's making BB feel very comfortable right now.
Nigma Galaxy. They won control back of this game, and they're going to try to chase after Pure. They don't quite get that, and the turnaround from GPK is swift. He catches Omar out. Now looking for more with the coil. Grabs the Morphling. He's going to stun himself. Here comes that Centaur. Here, oh, what a save from Noob, but still, the stuns land. No BKB from Ghost 2 times in a row.
These are insanely impactful deaths right now. You're just losing your opportunity to try and take over these fights with the Morphling's item timings. And every time he goes down, BB are going to extract 4 or 5K off the map. All their cores are going to continue to scale.
Dyer's mid tower could use a little help.
That was such a sick spear read
really
from
was, yeah.
Noob as well to read the fact that Centaur was going to make that kind of jump and try and go for the stomp. He stopped it, but the Inkswell was still there.
You understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to get Ghost out of that situation without having to use the BKB because they know how valuable it is. But that's basically 2 fights in a row where you don't pop it, you don't get to play the game. And Pure is just loving it right now.
Boy's getting large. And Sumail, I mean, he's just treading water. He may be top net worth, but he's not creating a gap. Noob, with spear. And is that going to cost him his life here?
He's got gem on him.
Sumail gives him a little bit of backup here, throws out the sprout. Pure just blinks out of it. Fraction block of the damage. And Noob at half HP. GPK does get silenced, but there goes that BKB. A punch comes out. GH. He catches GPK, who thought he was going to be fine thanks to the BKB. But there are multiple counters coming out from Nigma Galaxy.
Super nice jump from GH. Salvaging the last few minutes here. As the AC arrives for the Furion, that'll give Sumail a lot more staying power. You can just look at this Tormentor real quick. Get some bonus gold for your team.
Oh, that's going to cost Omar his life and almost GH as well.
Solid shard, though. You can get in here and hit some spears. That will be worth it.
Mail's probably sitting here going, guys, what the hell is going on? And Gary's not popping BKB. My supports are dying to Tormentor.
Just gotta keep farming, keep playing the game, keep scaling up. We saw how significant that burst damage is, though. Like, this Tusk gets a punch tag team connection on you, and the Morphling or Furion are hitting you. You can absolutely take anybody down 1 or 2 seconds. They're just gone. Might not even have time to throw out the false promise. So you're just gonna wait out this Aegis and then look to fight back on the map. 1 minute left for Pure. As they try and take as much map control as they can get right now. Hero just think about heart. Why not? I mean, this Centaur has had one hell of a game.
Top tower's in bad shape.
He is a hero that Nigma can ignore a little bit. It's also a hero that can burst faster than it looks because of the physical burst damage coming out from the Tusk amplifying all of it. You just commit BKBs, you try and burst him down. It can be done. But it's not the target you want to have to take out first. So if Miro can get in there, be on the front line, cause some chaos, it'll set the fight up for the other two high damage cores as they're going to take this aggressive smoke. Aegis expiring in 20 seconds.
Yeah, this feels a little rushed. They do get the initiation on Ghost.
Not again.
Trying to save him, but not again. Once again, the initiation from BB Team is just too good for Nigma Galaxy to keep up. GH did what he could. He tried to get the snowball save, but the Soulbind, it's too hard of a counter. The BKB doesn't go off, and the Aegis just simply isn't needed.
I mean, some of it is this Grimstroke counteracting the snowball save. That's why it's in this game. Save has played it perfectly. He's just preemptively throwing it out. But the other part is Ghost has to just be more disciplined. He has to pop BKB when these coils are coming out and he feels the rest of the initiations coming. You might not want to do it, but you don't have a choice. And now you've given up another 8 kill into a big opening, even more levels going into Pure as he works towards that 25. Still has the banner, just rush the Swift Blink going into Daedalus. More burst damage coming out from this TA.
I mean, at this point, Avery, it feels like a game that has gone the direction it has off of just whatever team makes less mistakes at this point.
That's TI. The pressure at the moment, it gets to you.
Dire's top tower, you know the drill.
Sometimes Dota's about taking advantage of the mistakes your opponents make more than making brilliant plays of your own. And right now, Nigma are making some big mistakes. They've got to reset here.
Oh, and Pure quick with the minute to get the blink away. A little bit of Force Staff, a Stampede to help him out. He gets hit by the Snowball Stun, but that's not good enough. Miro, a quick execution. Meanwhile, Nude does what he can. He stops the Grimstroke. Can they do something now the Grimstroke is gone? Ghost's going to challenge Pure. He pops his own Templar Assassin Refraction here and goes after GPK, trying to burst him down. He gets one last hit in. Not enough to finish off Noob. GPK is low. A Deadshot comes across. A Fate Seed protects him for now. And the Templar Assassin, ooh, he got shredded there. GH on the second life enables his core to win a fight.
Expensive buyback, but well worth it just to get that team fight win in. You get the Morphling BKB off, you use all three, you secure a victory. No Roshan to grab here, that's the downside. But at least you regain some momentum. Take down that TA, that's a lot of experience. He was super high level. Might even get a tier 2 off this. Nigma Galaxy not out of this yet. They will strike back. And honestly, I mean, this game is, it's on Sumail, let's be real. Like, the fights have not gone Ghost's way, but this Furion has put it in the work. He is top net worth. He just hit level 25 first in the game. So no teleport cooldown for him. AC done, Hurricane Pike done. He is massive. He can do some serious damage in combination with this Tusk. All eyes on Sumail in these fights.
And Ghost, he's also not fully out of it. He's got a Daedalus. His damage is ramping up. They've got 30 seconds left for this Templar Assassin. Time to try and set the map up so they have the advantage for Roshan. The problem's going to be is BB team know exactly when it spawns, when that potential timer starts, thanks to the Templar Assassin innate. So they're not going to be able to catch BB team unaware in that regard.
I mean, honestly, as much as BB has controlled this game, a lot of it has been them just finding the Morphling. If that doesn't happen, the physical damage output from Nigma is insane. These fights can just they can be over in 3 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
And that can be rough for Oracle. You know, Oracle prefers playing into magic damage where that Fate's Edict can do some work. This is just, you can't protect against a lot. You can throw out the false promise, but the hero might die in it anyway if the Furan and Morphling are just going ham. This game can absolutely swing either way here.
BB team getting back out there, playing for that top Roshan spot.
Would love to get the 25 puck too. That Dream Coil debuff Pierce.
Oh yeah.
Be huge here against the Morphling.
And all the daggons he's recently picked up.
Yeah, he's just going dagging off this Parasma. I mean, this is a Giga Chad build.
Yeah, Nigma survived thanks in part to his Bulwark blocking all the damage, or at least half the damage to GPK, but it's going to be a whole lot more when the Daggons come into play.
I like how Nigma are scaling right now, though. These two right-clickers, man. You're going to have another Daedalus on this Furion, and Sumail wants to buy for it. What is this play? This is...
I have no idea, but he's going to get punished for it.
What?
He's going to get punished real bad. Sumail. I mean, you said he was holding it all down for Nigma Galaxy, and all of a sudden he just throws it all away, and now his team is left without that opportunity. They jump back in onto Pure, but they got the false promise on it. Big damage got thrown. A Hurricane Pike bounces back. Soulbind. They dealt with the illusions as best they could, but they're down. They're low, and JPK, he pounced in for the kill. A quick dagger to finish off the GH. Ghost, a teleport away from Miro. A turn on a dime there from BB team as they get what kills they can, and then call it quits on the fight.
That's because that Sumail buyback committed there. You get out of there with him committing that, that's an auto teamfight win. Expensive death and recommit for Sumail. What was that original attempt? That was just TPing into no man's land, trying to solo take out an Oracle with heroes off the map. I've seen this kid do some bold moves at TI. That was ambitious, to say the least. And it cost him big time. And now BB, they have an opening. No Furion buyback. You know you can commit into this guy without the second life coming back into the fight, particularly as we go into this Roshan. That is insanely valuable to have right now. It is a long Roche spawn. In fact, maximum.
The BB team, they have this small window where GH is still down. Nigma Galaxy, they're trying to make their way here into the pit. Can they get there fast enough?
15 seconds.
He's got his blink, he's got his scythe. It's got to be one hell of a jump. Can he get in? Dive at the right time, and a passive spear out. GPK makes the jump in. The agency gets grabbed by Pure. As good as it was for Noob, it wasn't good enough. Sumail falls, sends a dive back there, and Ghost is fighting for his and his team's life, but he's got to get out of here. He leaves his supports behind. No! He is stopped at the gates. He will not make it back to his base. Everyone on Nigma Galaxy is gone.
How did Pure get any of that? I mean, you see the reaction. It was a beautiful jump from Noob. He got exactly what he wanted, and all he got out of it was the banner.
The opportunity was there. The play was made.
Radiant's top towers and badge.
But they couldn't get it. And now BB team, one buyback left. Nigma Galaxy, all they have is Ghost. There is nothing to stop BB team. The 5-man with the extra Aegis, they will go straight through the tier 4s. They will take the throne. Nigma Galaxy will have to cobble together some 4 versus 5.
They need time. They need the Mars up. They need his control to go in tandem with the Morphling. Still will not have a BKB for this fight. 20-second cooldown for Ghost.
A glyph goes out, but what are you stalling for? You're not going to have Sumail in this one. You're going to need a miracle. Now Ghost is gone. Your carry's dead once again. And this is done. This is over. There is no hope left for Nigma Galaxy in the upper bracket.
They will be overrun and overwhelmed as BB Team take a convincing control and end things here and now. BB Team are top 6 at the International.
What a victory for this squad. They had so much to prove in this run, and they got pushed to the limit in this series. Definitely some games that could have been thrown. Definitely some moments that could have gone either way. But that is the game of Dota 2 sometimes.